Red Devil football is live for the 2018 season on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Catch every regular season and postseason contest right here at your home for Red Devil sports. With the opening kickoff quickly approaching, let's head to the booth for pregame coverage. Final week of the regular season as we welcome you into K-Fackrell Stadium for Red Devil pregame coverage. Kickoff scheduled for 6 p.m. tonight, an hour earlier than usual, and we'll lead you up to that with some great pregame coverage on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Star Valley coming into Evanston for a second consecutive year at K-Fackrell Stadium, taking on the Red Devils here in the last week of the regular season. When we come back, we will set the scene for tonight's game. This is Red Devil pregame coverage on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Welcome back to K-Fackrell Stadium for one more night in the 2018 season. Jake Hibbard joining you live as we get you set for senior night. Well, in all, we have 12 seniors playing in their final home game. But more than that, Evanston is playing and hoping that this is not the final game of this season. After so much promise came in to start the season, the reality of a Western Conference grind kicked in and losses to Cody and Jackson. They have Evanston in need of a little bit of help to get into the postseason. A win over Star Valley tonight, and the Red Devils are in. If Cody beats Green River, then Evanston is also in, regardless of what happens in this game. The best-case scenario tonight would be an Evanston win coupled with a Cody loss, and that would vault the Red Devils into the number 3 spot in the West and set up a matchup on the road against number 2 on the east side, Douglas. The only way Evanston could miss the playoffs is a loss to Star Valley, along with a loss for Cody to Green River, and even then, Evanston would need to end up as the odd man out in a 3-way coin toss for 2 spots. Most likely of all scenarios, based on how the season has played out to this point, is a quarterfinal matchup with Torrington, the top-ranked team in 3A. Evanston is still trying to find themselves a bit 3 weeks after losing senior quarterback Seth Lloyd for this season with a torn rotator cuff. Last week against Jackson, we saw Evanston get a little bit creative in trying to generate offense, mixing in tight end Riley Griggs into the Evanston backfield as a wingback and wide receiver Cody Smith on a reverse handoff. Junior backup turned starter David Baxter, he threw for 3 touchdowns in that loss, but he also hurled 3 first-half interceptions. But Evanston won't get any sympathy from Star Valley when it comes to the injury bug. The Braves lost both their starting quarterback, Dean Shaw, and starting running back, Wyatt Moore, on consecutive plays back in Week 2 in a loss to Sugar Salem, both on broken collarbones and both done for the season. That somehow hasn't hurt this 3A powerhouse, as a team that returned just about everyone from a year ago at starting has gone undefeated in conference play and has rattled off 5 straight wins and will once again hold home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Last year's matchup between these two was all Star Valley with a final of 62-7. That was on homecoming night here at K-Fackrell Stadium, and don't think these seniors have forgotten about it. Pride in playoff seeding is on the line for Evanston tonight. Let's take a look around other games in the state to see how we close out the 3A regular season. Number 1, Torrington is hosted by Rollins. Torrington's in at the number 1 spot regardless. Rollins is out. Number 2, Star Valley at Evanston right here. Once again, Star Valley in at the number 1 spot regardless. Evanston probably in at the 4 spot, but maybe out or maybe number 3. Number 3, Jackson is at Powell. That game started at 5 p.m., kicking off just about 20 minutes ago. Powell's won the last 2 via shutout, but Jackson is a different team this year and has already wrapped up the number 2 spot in the west side. Green River is hosted by Cody, and that's a game with a lot of implications here. If Green River wins that game and Evanston wins here, then Evanston's number 3. But a Green River win is dangerous to play with for Evanston because if they lose to Star Valley, they could potentially be out of the playoffs. Warland is at Lander. That game kicks off at 6 p.m. Douglas is at Riverton at 7 p.m. The opening kickoff has been determined. Evanston will kick off to start the game and will be going from right to left in the first quarter. We are about 34 minutes away from the opening kickoff here at K-Fackrell Stadium on senior night at week 8 of the season. This is the First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
No matter what season of the year it is, when you live in our neck of the woods, you need outdoor power equipment. With quality product lines like Stihl, Toro, and Walker, Superior Rental and Sales has what you need for every season. Everything from homeowner to professional grade products. Plus, when it comes to maintenance, you're covered. Our full-time mechanic is available for tune-ups, maintenance, chain sharpening, whatever you need. Stop in today, Superior Rental and Sales, 371 Prospector Drive, here in Evanston.
We're here to help strengthen our community. Yes, that's right. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we take pride in belonging to our community. We encourage people of every race, gender, and belief to come together and give their all towards the betterment of our community. It's about people helping people. When you join our credit union, you also join a movement. At Trona Valley, we are thankful for our members, member NCUA, trust NCUA, a credit union system that is safe, sound, and secure.
You're invited to browse through the store at Kazin's Ace Hardware in Evanston. You'll find vacuums and cleaning supplies, everything you need for your next painting project. A full line of electrical products, bolts, screws, hand tools, power tools, bathroom fixtures, and plumbing supplies. Plus everything else you need to take care of your lawn and garden, from lawnmowers to fertilizer. Once you finish all your...
No matter what season of the year it is, when you live in our neck of the woods, you need outdoor power equipment. With quality product lines like Stihl, Toro, and Walker, Superior Rental and Sales has what you need for every season. Everything from homeowner to professional grade products. Plus, when it comes to maintenance, you're covered. Our full-time mechanic is available for tune-up.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
Welcome back to Red Devil pregame coverage here at K-Fackrell Stadium, where we're leading you up to a 6 o'clock kickoff. When we come back, we will talk to Ryan Berger, the head coach for the Evanston cross-country team. The boys ran away with the conference title and are in Sheridan competing for a state championship this weekend. We will hear from Coach Berger when we come back on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN and mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Joined now by Ryan Berger of the Evanston Cross Country team. What does it mean to the school to have 5 all-conference runners between the boys and the girls when it's all said and done through regionals?
It's just huge. It's huge for our school, huge for our team. Means, the hard work that we've put in the entire season for the last 10 years with our program. This means a lot. Not only do the kids take pride in it, but their families do, and rightfully so, our community does as well. It's a whole community effort, and it's been a lot of fun.
I buried the lead. The boys beat Laramie for the conference title. I start off with the all-conference runners because 5 across the boys and the girls is incredible. Great grouping in the boys. Also some really good grouping in the girls. Now, their top finisher, Brayla Fuller's 10, but their 5th finisher, Kitsali Penalosa, is 17th. That's really tight grouping, even though it's not in that top 10.
The girls have been really tight grouped all year. And that's what really makes their team and makes us a lot better team than what we are, And when you can keep that grouping, if one of you kind of has not the best meet or not meet that you expected to, then you can keep that grouping still there, and that really helps. So a second place finish for the girls is huge. It was great, especially against a really, really good Natrona team. And then the boys, I just keep telling the boys, close a gap, close a gap. It's tough to close that gap on Weston, even Dawson. Dawson wasn't himself this weekend, didn't have the best race, but still ended up with the all-conference title, still ran, and still did his part for his team, and we were able to kind of hold back one of our sophomore runners, in Robert Gomez, who needed a little bit more time for his hip flexor, needed that extra time, still did practice, but we kept him out of competition, and he'll be ready to go on Saturday.
Well, when one of your really top runner, Dawson Crofts, doesn't have his best meet, he finishes 3rd in the boys, and that 3rd place out of the boys is 6th place, and you're holding runners out going into the state tournament or the state final on Saturday. You got to be confident, but you also got to be focused, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, it's about your mental preparedness. We had a great guest with Amber Henry. It's Amber Henry Soltz now. She came in, former runner for Weber State and Buffalo. Talked to us about that mindset. And one thing, and she said, it's about your mind is just another muscle, and you got to train that muscle. Well, we've been training that muscle all year. We've been really training and working that muscle, and we just keep telling the kids, it's all about using your mind. Being in shape, all that, your condition is there. And now we just got to use that other muscle and overcome all those barriers that really hinder us from being at our best. And you just got to keep going and pushing and pushing and pushing, and that's what they're doing. And I've just been real impressed with this team. We just had every week, it's just been great practices. We're focused, and it's been a lot of fun.
Where has Weston Wiley come from his first day in practice as a freshman to as a senior being a conference champion?
Well, for its dedication. It's learning to love running and love the sport of cross country. He loved it coming in day one. You could see it in his eyes, his passion for running, and he just runs all of the time. And he's a fantastic competitor, and he does a great job. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of all our boys who have stepped up and done that as well. It's just super. Everybody says great job to me, but my goodness, we just throw in some practices and train kids to do their best and set a vision, and the rest is just kind of taking a seat, not actually sitting, I'm running across the course, but actually getting to watch these kids compete, and it's a lot of fun.
We don't get to talk about this too often, but when it does happen and plays out, it can be a big thing. When someone transfers in to the program midway through, as you had with a junior, and then ends up being 5th in conference, that really helps your team out too.
Dallin came in, missed a meet right at the beginning just because of just getting things settled with eligibility and stuff. But yeah, he moved to Evanston about 18 months ago, kind of in the middle of last year's cross-country season. So he didn't really do cross, but he comes in, and the kid's a super competitor. Dallin is fit right in with our team philosophy and fit in with our total team. They're great. He's met a lot of great friends, and he does a great job. So he's new to us, but he's not. He's new to me. And not our kids. Our kids know him, but he's new to me. And then he come in, and just the kid has a work ethic it's tremendous work ethic, and he fit right in with all of our kids. And that senior core is just been super, and they're just a core group. And we're only taking one underclassman to state, a sophomore. The rest are juniors and seniors. It's been great.
You're used to this Sheridan course. It's been the state course in one way or another every year since I've been in here, so at least 6 years, if not more than that. you like going down an elevation. You like how your runners can take that elevation and then go down a couple 1,000 feet and use that to their advantage. Where are you at, and what's your strategy as you tell them every year going into the state course?
You know, a lot of it is just the mental focus. Also, it's going down an elevation and knowing that we're going down an elevation, and you're there to compete at state. We've had some unfortunate events at state where we either haven't had our legs or we went out too fast, and those are things we've learned when we were young. We're so disciplined, and we're a much older team, and we understand what's at stake, and we understand where we're at as a team. And so understanding that and what we can do is huge. The years we went in there, if we were going to win state, we would have had to just been super, elite as elite. And we went in there with the thought of doing that. But when you run your first mile at a 15-20 pace, it's tough to recover, So now we have the control of the field and the experience to kind of run the times that we want to run and the times that we can control.
In past years, if you beat Laramie in championship season, it meant that you beat the big streak. But with the conference realignment, you got to go beat them again and try to become the first boys champions not named Laramie since 2011.
Yes. And it's not going to be easy. Sheridan has a really good team from the East. So does Central. They're doing well, and they're well coached. Laramie's well coached. Rock Springs is well coached. Everybody comes with their A game to state. It doesn't matter where you finish your conference. It doesn't matter where you finish in Salt Lake at a race or BYU. What matters is how you go and you attack at state. That's what matters. And so I know what those coaches are saying to their kids. We know what we're saying to our kids. And we're just going to go in, and we just have to take care of business. We are very talented. We have a great group of kids, and I can't wait. Same with the girls. They're right there. They're very talented. They have a shot. If we get everybody healthy in our girls and kind of really focused, we're going to be ready with the girls as well. So it's going to be a really, really fun state meet for both cross-country programs. We can't wait. We'd like to make Obviously, we'd like to make history here and just do something that we've never done before.
Coach Ryan Berger with the Evanston Cross Country team. Thank you and good luck Saturday.
Oh, hey, thanks a lot. Thanks, Evanston. As always, hey, everybody, go Red Devils.
Thank you to Ryan Berger for the Evanston Cross Country team as they close out their season this weekend. Next up, we will visit with the coaches of tonight's team on the Pat Fackrell Pre-Game Coaches Show. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 and online at mylocalradio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Throughout life, we celebrate the important milestones with jewelry, like graduation with a class ring, a watch for Father's Day, wedding sets for the bride and groom, a strand of pearls for your sweet 16, mother's rings to celebrate family. Commemorate these milestones working side by side with your personal jeweler at Sievers Jewelers. When you want to say, I want this moment to last forever, say it with Sievers. Sievers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
From Randolph, Utah to the Uinta Mountains, from Lyman to Evanston. Whenever you have plumbing, heating, or air conditioning problems, call Landmark Plumbing and Heating. at 307-789-8793. Regular office hours run Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., but we also offer 24/7 emergency service. Do you need a new septic system, water heater, or furnace? You can trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Program our number into your phone right now, 307-789-8793. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
As your local Ricoh, Toshiba, and Sharp dealer, Mountain West Business Solutions represents quality office equipment that lasts. We work with each client to understand your workflow, your goals, and your bottom line. Whether you lease or purchase office equipment, we have many ways to work with you to provide the best products at the best value. We also service and provide supplies for HP printers. Call Mountain West Business Solutions today. Let us help you find the best solutions for you and your business.
When it comes to shopping online, you definitely want to put thelumberyard.com on your list of favorites. You'll save time and money by visiting thelumberyard.com first. You'll find a huge selection of inventory to choose from. We've got everything you need for any of your home, yard, or shop projects. Get excellent prices and quick delivery when you shop at thelumberyard.com. We are part of the local community, plus we ship all over the United States. Log on today to see what all the excitement is about.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
No one sees the game quite the same way the coaches do, so when we come back, we'll hear from McKay Young of the Star Valley Braves, followed by your head coach of the Red Devils, Pat Fackrell. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil coverage on KNYN 99.1 and online at MyLocalRadio.com.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com today.
Joined by McKay Young, head coach of the Star Valley Braves. As you come into the final week of the season, you've secured the number one spot, and that came as a result of beating Cody last week in a close 20-16 game. What was the difference in your estimation in that contest?
Really it came down to a couple big defensive stops. I think they scored both their touchdowns really early in the first quarter, and I think a lot of people kind of held their breath and wondered if it was going to be a long night, but the D got settled in and had two big red zone stops late in the fourth quarter to secure the win. So, it wasn't a pretty football game on either side. It was kind of a slugfest. That's kind of the style of football both us and Cody play, and if you like that kind of football, it didn't disappoint.
Going back to the second week of the season against Sugar Salem, you lost in back-to-back plays your starting quarterback and then your starting running back in Dean Shaw and Wyatt Moore. You lose that game, sure, but you probably had to be scratching your head wondering, where do we go from here? As it turns out, you haven't lost a game since, and it seems like you haven't really skipped a beat. How did you manage that transition?
We're a different kind of football team. We had maybe the most talented 4x1 team in 3A last year, and three of those guys were coming back. And now we got all three of those guys with broken collarbones. So we went from, a really fast football team to a bigger and more smash mouth type team. And, we went from a guy we were really excited about at quarterback to a sophomore that we weren't anticipating being the guy, but he stepped in and done a really nice job, and I think he's only getting better every week. So, I don't know why the injury bug right now. Last night we were down 8 starters, so it's a year when we've leaned on the depth for sure.
Last year, just about everything that could go right for you at K. Fackrell Stadium did. This year, Evanston has had a stronger season, but what have you looked at coming into this contest hoping to do right and have success against the Red Devils?
we know they're going to be aggressive on D. They do a good job. Coach Fackrell does a good job with his guys. And I mean, really it starts with Cornea. I mean, I think he very well could be the best back in the state. Most complete back as far as speed and power, and just has great vision, great patience. So we know if we're going to have any type of success, it's going to have to start with trying to play a little bit of defense on him just because he's such a special kid. But he's surrounded with some good kids too. You know, Escalante's a good big bruiser. Rodriguez and the receiver Smith, I think's his name. Both those guys can sure run. So when you talk about a speed team, they've got it, you know, in abundance, and that presents certain challenges on both sides of the ball. So it should be a good one for sure.
I think anytime you go into a season, you have to have the utmost confidence in your team's ability. But could you have predicted your team would be in the situation that they are with an undefeated in-conference play record from day one, or has this been a slow build?
You know, we didn't, just because our first game was against Hillcrest, and I mean they're currently the number 1 4A team in Idaho, and they demanded all of our attention, so we didn't look much past them. You mentioned Sugar Salem earlier; they're now the number 1 3A team in Idaho, so we had our hands full, and unfortunately lost a handful of kids in those 2 games, and really it's just been a week-to-week process up to this point. If you'd have told me that we'd have the number 1 seed clinched before the season was even over, I would have been surprised, because we haven't done that in well over a decade for sure. So it's a unique situation to be in as far as how we approach this game and you know, the playoffs after that. So
Coach Young, thanks for taking the time to join us.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Jake.
That was head coach McKay Young of the Star Valley Braves as we get closer to tonight's kickoff. We'll be back in a bit with Pat Fackrell, the Evanston Red Devils head coach, on this First Bank presentation of Evanston football on K9 Radio.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talked to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry, just let T-Bar fix your car.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up, the rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
Uintah County School District No. 1 has been committed to excellence since its beginning in 1870. This commitment is not only reflected in student education, but in our school buildings and facilities over the years. The staff at Uintah County School District No. 1 works hard to provide clean, comfortable, and safe learning environments for student learning. No matter what department you're working with, at Uintah County School District No. 1, you will always find us striving for the pathway to excellence.
Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we will hear from Pat Fackrell on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Joined by Evanston head coach Pat Fackrell into the final week of the season at home and taking on Star Valley, a rival school. What do you expect to see out of your team?
Well, I think the emotions of for the seniors to be the last time they get to play in Evanston in front of the home crowd. Expect them to be excited about going out and playing another game Friday night, and taking on Star Valley, who's a very good football team and has kind of locked up the number 1 spot in the West. I expect them to see them go out there and give them their best shot, because we feel like we're kind of right there also.
Star Valley is a team that I'm sure, as you've seen, they will start off the game just running, putting everyone on or behind the line of scrimmage, and see what sort of yardage they can get out of that to start the game off. So for you on the defensive side, how does that set things up for your approach going against that team?
Well, we have been talking in practice is we got to get back and just play fundamentally sound. And the last 3 weeks, that seems like kind of we have a breakdown here or there, and it's not difficult football to defend. It's just difficult because they line up and come straight downhill at you, and you have to be in your right run fits. All your backers, your D-line have to stay in their gaps, and we just got to do those things to be successful.
On the offensive side, they throw 3 men at you on the front line, but really they're usually rushing 4 or 5 at least, and you have to spot where those rushes are coming from. What sort of challenges does that provide your team at the line of scrimmage, trying to figure out where the rush is coming from?
Well, I think sometimes you can see it coming. Against us, we believe that we'll see 5 men on the line of scrimmage most of the game until we go to some one-back stuff. They're going to bring both outside linebackers very hard, and as our offensive coaches made a plan, and we just kind of keep practicing that.
You're not into the playoffs yet officially, but win or lose, it looks like you have a good chance of getting in. But at the top of the level, you're probably trying to get some momentum building back and trying to show up a little bit better against Star Valley than you maybe thought you could have the last couple of weeks.
Well, I think that's, we haven't talked about it. We know that we win. If we win, we're in. And that's been our main focus. I know our kids feel the same way. We feel like we're one of the top teams in the state. And so we want to go out and perform that way and knock really one of the top teams out early.
Against Jackson in the second half, you spotted him 2 touchdowns and then ended up losing by 1 touchdown. There was a drive late. But really, things cleaned up a little bit in the second half, both offensively and defensively for your team. Did it feel like it took a little bit of time for your team to catch up to exactly what Jackson was doing, or what was the difference between those 2 halves?
I think adjusting to the speed that Jackson had, adjusting to their defensive front was, I think, quicker than we've seen. That Jaden Cox is very quick, and he starts and stops very well. We missed some key tackles, but really I don't know that he ever hurt us as much as just a deep ball here and a double reverse pass there. But the biggest thing that I think took us a little bit of time to adjust for is just Jackson's speed that way, and they keyed on Tyus, and we just got to make a few conversions on offense, and we'd be okay.
Coach Fackrell, good luck.
Thank you very much.
This has been the Pat Fackrell Pregame Coaches Show as we get close to tonight's kickoff. We will be back with starting lineups and the opening kick on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
We're here to help strengthen our community. Yes, that's right. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we take pride in belonging to our community. We encourage people of every race, gender, and belief to come together and give their all towards the betterment of our community. It's about people helping people. When you join our credit union, you also join a movement. At Trona Valley, we are thankful for our members, member NCUA, trust NCUA, a credit union system that is safe, sound, and secure.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
If you haven't seen the huge selection of furniture and appliances at Kazine's, you've got to stop by. Is your mattress old and lumpy? We sell mattresses. Has your dishwasher quit doing its job? We carry a full line of kitchen appliances. Does your living room furniture look like it started out in your great Aunt Vi's house? We've got you covered. At Kazine's, you'll find great prices and everything you need to furnish your home inside and out. Stop in today. Kazine's, 800 Front Street, Evanston.
Light.
Welcome back to K-Fackrell Stadium as we are close to tonight's kickoff. About 3 minutes on the clock, but judging by how the teams are setting up, we may see things come up a little bit sooner than that. Run you through your starters. Star Valley will be the team kicking, and Evanston will be receiving. On the offensive side for the Red Devils, David Baxter coming out after a start in which he threw 3 interceptions but also 3 touchdowns. So we saw the offense open up a little bit and get stuff down a little bit as well. It's going to be a touch-and-go process if the Red Devils try to open up that playbook and go deep against the Star Valley defense, which leads the state with 14 interceptions through 7 games. That's an average of pretty easy math, 2 per contest. Behind David Baxter is the tailback, Tyus Cornea, with over 1,200 yards and 17 touchdowns on this season. Blocking for him and getting his fair share of carries as well, the fullback, senior Pablo Escalante. 42 attempts for 284 yards, 3 touchdowns plus on the ground, and then 1 reception touchdown coming last week for a total of 4. Riley Griggs, also a lead blocker for Tyus on that right side or left side, but as a tight end. And last week we saw him play a little bit of wing back as well and get 3 carries for 33 yards. He's your tight end. On the offensive line from left to right, Bridger Barker at the left tackle position, followed by Sean Knighton at left guard. At the center of it all, the senior, Brendan Thompson, 5'9", 195 pounds. Jesus Quintero to the right of center at the guard spot, 5'11", 199 junior. And at right tackle, Ethan Moyer, 6'1", 190. At the receiver side, Cody Smith leads the Red Devils with 14 receptions for 286 yards and 5 reception touchdowns. Rigdon Wagstaff usually plays opposite, tethered onto the line, 7 receptions for him on the year. A bit more of a possession guy than a deep threat, 71 yards on those 7 receptions, along on the year of 14, that coming last week. Chris Perriman also sees a lot of time at receiver on that tethered line. He has 4 receptions for 33 yards and a touchdown. Angel Rodriguez, he's a do-it-all sort of guy. He's played running back. He plays receiver. He returns punts. He's got 21 carries for 113 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, and 1 touchdown through the air on 7 receptions for 117 yards. On to the Star Valley defense. On the defensive line, we got kind of a 3-man front. We'll run you through them now, and there's an injury that we need to announce that we just found out about prior to kickoff. Deacon White is not playing today. He has 16 tackles, 1 for a loss and 2 fumbled recovered. He's injured and not playing today, and he was normally a DN for Star Valley. Jumping in for him, Trent Clark, 6'2" junior. Brandon McDonald and Parker Merritt on the inside of that line, and then a couple of hybrids. Brandon Guzman and Tanner Roberts will be doing a lot of blitzing, D and linebacker, whatever you want to call it. Also at linebacker, R.J. Kazir, the junior, and Will Johnson, a senior. On the cornerback side, Logan Hoops, a 5'11" senior, and Tanner Thompson, also a senior at 5'10". And in the back line safety, a ton of height. Alec Lawson, 6'3", and Casey and Merrill at 6'5", whereas number 84. Looks like Evanston was the team kicking off there, so got that opposite. It looked like on the opening kick it was going to go to Evanston, but misread the officials. So Star Valley leads off with the ball, and they get it at the 15-yard line to start the drive. Chase Merrill had Casey there. Chase Merrill at safety. I'll flip that over and give you the Star Valley offense as they get set for first down and 10. Excuse me, not at the 15, at the 20-yard line on the kick by Pablo Escalante. Ethan Moyer, Bridger Barker, and Bryson Davis, three-man front for the Red Devils. Quarterback Brant Nelson takes the snap, hands off to Guzman. No, that's Castillo. He gets 10 yards, maybe 11 on the carry, tackled forward, so maybe even more after that. A first down on one carry for the fullback, David Castillo. Comes in with a touchdown and 44 attempts and 219 yards on the air. Gain of 14 on the play for Castillo. And Star Valley has come out a lot this season with just line everyone up on or behind the line and pound it on the ground and pound for the first 10, 11 plays. Second handoff to Kazir. He shucks to the left and gets about 4 yards on first down. Carries it out to the 39-yard line. Ball spotted a yard shy of that at the 38, gain of 4 for R.J. Kazir. Kazir was going to see a lot of time at running back already, but when the injury of Wyatt Moore came in, he's become pretty much that lone man in the backfield at the tailback position. Handoff pitch right side. Kazir takes it, runs, cuts back in at the tackle side, breaks through one tackle of Escalante and brought down by Riley Griggs. Just a few yards beyond the line of scrimmage. Riley Griggs with 13 tackles, 3 for a loss last week, and they give him a yard shy of the first down marker for a gain of 9 for Kazir. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Need to get to the 44 for a first down. Straight up I formation, no one off the line of scrimmage. Nelson takes the handoff, or gives it to Kazir straight up the middle to the 49-yard line. First down easy on that play. Gain of about 6 on that. 15 yards on 3 carries for R.J. Kazir. Comes into the game with 12 touchdowns on the season, 720 yards. Shotgun form, Kazir the lone back. Thompson in motion. Takes the sweep left side. Thompson with a ton of space on the far sideline. 50, 45, close to the 40-yard line, and close to another first down as they needed to get to the 41, and he got darn right near there. Had a knee down, a yard shy, so a pickup of 9 across the 50 for Tanner Thompson on a carry. Saw them running that pregame. No huddle offense. Nelson under center, I back formation. Thompson again in motion. Fake that one on the handoff. Up the middle to Kazir. Big space all the way to the 20. 15-yard line, far sideline. Pushed out of bounds barely by Angel Rodriguez. Quite nearly a touchdown straight up the middle for R.J. Kazir. Line of scrimmage was at the 43, and he got about 30 yards on that one. Ball marked. Wait for the spot. And I think we have a penalty that will move it forward. No penalty. Ball marked at the 12-yard line, so a pickup of 31. Pitch left side to Kazir. Cuts through some good lead blocking. Gets inside the 10-yard line. Stops shy of the 5, though. Second down. And about 5, maybe. Ball marked at the 7-yard line. Pitch right side. No quarterback keeper. And all the way through. No, they did give it to Kazir finally on an option run. And he's in for an touchdown from 7 yards out. Star Valley strikes first. No, not quite. That was Kazir busting through, but it was a keeper, I think. No, they did give it to him. It was Kazir. Touchdown, Star Valley, and the extra point upcoming. Nelson, the holder. Kick is up by Chase Merrill, and through the uprights, 7-yard touchdown, and a 7-0 lead for Star Valley on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 9:08 left in the first quarter. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
.908 left in the first quarter, and Star Valley has already scored. R.J. Kazir with 58 yards, add 14 on for David Castillo. And Star Valley drives straight down the field. On 2, 4, 6, 7 plays, go 80 yards. Kickoff's upcoming. Chase Merrill booting it deep and close to the end zone. Fielded at the half-yard line by Angel Rodriguez on the far side. Tries to cut it back, looking for some space. Gets a block from Wagstaff. Cuts opposite side, and he stopped well short of the 20 and short of the 10-yard line. A bad choice, all things said and done. When it's over with, instead of taking the touchback, it is a stuff inside the 10-yard line to, where are they at? Are they at the 6? Looks like they're marked at the 6-yard line, far hash mark. Erica Roscoe playing left guard. And Jesus Quintero at center, Brendan Thompson to right guard. So the injury to Thompson takes him out at center and rearranges. Pitch right side to Cornea, cuts back in at the 10. 15-yard line, looking for to get to the 20. The ball spit down on the ground. Pile is looking like it's Star Valley's way. See if Evanston got back to it. Star Valley initially said, "Ooh, we got it," and then backed away, so Evanston holds on to it. Ball marked at the 17-yard line, a first down on 11-yard gain for Tyus Cornea. Second in the state in rushing yards. Was held under 100 yards for the first time all year last week by Jackson. Had 19 carries for 64 yards, no touchdowns. Baxter under center, I-back formation. Rodriguez the tailback, handoff to Escalante to the 25, dragging a man 2 more yards by the tail of his jersey to the 27-yard line. Will Johnson eventually bringing him down, but not before being dragged about 3 or 4 yards. Gain of 9 on first down for Escalante. 20 yards on 2 carries for Evanston. Ball marked at the 27-yard line. And I think we got a discussion about, we got a measurement on first down. See if it was 10 yards or just 9. See on the measurement, just short, about half a link. They're respotting the ball, and the referee moved the ball just a hair forward. It's first down Evanston, so Escalante officially with a 10-yard gain. And first and 10, 21 yards on 2 plays for Evanston. And ball spotted still at the 27-yard line, but a half link farther. Shotgun form, 2 back, 1 either side. Rodriguez takes the handoff up the middle. Stopped for a gain of about a half yard. R.J. Kazir in on the tackle, as well as it looks like the blitzing hybrid, Tanner Roberts, the guy wrapping him up, and then Kazir making sure he doesn't go any farther forward. No gain on the play. Second down and 10, pistol form. High snap, handed off to Cornea. Trying to get some space up the middle, close to the 30-yard line as he drags a couple of men forward. Third down and 6 to go. Kyle Jensen on the tackle there. Four-yard gain for Cornea. Third and 6, 14 interceptions on the year for Star Valley, but the Red Devils may have to open up the field here. Roll out right side, Baxter back to throw, overthrows Cody Smith on the route to the outside line. And it's a Red Devil punt upcoming, just under 7 minutes to play. 2 first downs on 2 plays for Evanston to start things off, but the drive stalls right there. And Evanston will punt at the 30-yard line. Back to receive the punt, number 17, James Erickson, and number 15, Tanner Thompson. Cornea gets a high one away, had a 60-plus yard punt last week against Jackson, fielded at the 31 by Erickson. He runs out far sideline, gets spun around by Rigdon Wagstaff, and brought down for a gain of maybe 1 yard. Star Valley will start drive number 2 at the 32-yard line. Didn't get the offensive line in or the receivers for Star Valley last time, so starters on the line. Parker Merritt at left tackle. Kyle Jensen, number 64, at left guard. Trent Clark, the center. Brandon McDonald at right guard, and Gabe Neal at right tackle. Receivers, Tanner Thompson and Chase Merrill. Castillo and Kazir, the tailback and fullback, in opposite position. Will Johnson, the tight end. And the first play from scrimmage goes to Kazir. Wrapped up almost immediately, maybe a gain of 1, and Riley Griggs, he's been manning that middle linebacker position all year long for the Red Devils, and he does a good job on first down. He's been tasked with, you got a good running back on the other side, Riley, just stuff him up in the middle, and he's done that to the tune of 80 tackles, make it 81 now on the season. Thompson in motion, handoff. Goes into the backfield to Castillo, and he's wrapped up for a loss or a no gain. Griggs in on that stop as well, along with Bridger Barker and Pablo Escalante. Third down and 9, and nine and no gain on the play at the 33-yard line. Split out near sideline, 3 receivers. Going back to throw opposite side and driving in on the attempt. Cody Smith knocks the ball out of the hands of Chase Merrill, the intended man, and a punt for Star Valley. So the Evanston defense holds. Get the ball back. 2 men back to receive for the Devils. Setting up shop at about the 30-yard line to receive Cody Smith and Angel Rodriguez. Punter is Chase Merrill, intended receiver, who would have caught the ball right about the first down marker. Gets a good leg on this one, fielded at the 30. Rodriguez breaks through a man immediately, has some space to run. Jukes a tackler in Erickson at the 42-yard line. He's brought down after a couple of missed tackles, but the ball squirts out, and it is recovered by Star Valley. Will Johnson, I think, coming up with either the forced fumble or the fumble recovery, and Star Valley takes over on the fumble on a good punt return. Line of scrimmage at the 42-yard line, so give it right back to Star Valley. They bring their offense back out. The only man that had to come back out of the field, Tanner Thompson. Castillo and Kazir, the deep backs. Castillo, a good sturdy lead blocker for the 6'1", 210-pound R.J. Kazir, a junior running back and also a middle linebacker. Brant Nelson under center, calls Thompson into motion, opposite side, handoff right side to Kazir. He cuts through some space at the 35-yard line, dragging a man forward. Tyus Cornea brings him down at the 32-yard line. Gain of 10 or 11, depending on the spot. They mark the ball at about the 40, or about the 32, maybe 33-yard line. Second down and 1, so 9-yard gain for Kazir. What a big momentum shift. Sent right back the other way on that 3 and out. And now Star Valley's back driving after the fumble. Thompson in motion again, opposite side. Kazir back to throw. Nelson back to throw. Overthrows, but a flag whistles the play dead. Angel Rodriguez picked the ball off, but the referees were trying to whistle it dead. It must have been a false start. If it's a neutral zone infraction by Evanston, then Star Valley was playing with house money. A false start at a terrible time for Evanston as Angel Rodriguez picked the ball off, but it was a dead play, so it never happened. Back him up 5 yards, 2nd down and 5. It's a play Evanston would have loved to say, hey, referees, let that one go. 2nd and 5, ball back to the 37-yard line. Brant Nelson in the shotgun. Thompson into motion. Handoff goes to a sweep left to Thompson. 1st down yardage up the far sideline to the 30, out to the 25-yard line, depending on where he got knocked out of bounds. Referees say right at the 25. So a big gain of 10 yards for Tanner Thompson on the sweep left side. His 2nd carry, 1 of 9, 2nd of 10 yards. 4:59 left in the 1st quarter. Back to throw. Oh, some extracurriculars, and Casey Perriman will be called. Now check that, older brother Chris Perriman called with pass interference as he pushed Chase Merrill in the back on the play. Pass interference will move it up forward 15 yards. Having some trouble with the score cam right now, trying to figure out what's going on there. Get that up as soon as we can. 4:55 left. 7-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Nelson in the shotgun. No, check that. No, he is in the shotgun. Fakes a handoff. No, gives it off to Thompson. Room to run at the 15-yard line. Skips through a tackle, and then Rodriguez finally bulldogs him down from behind at about the 10-yard line. Gain of 3 yards on the play. 1st down and 10 becomes 2nd and 7. Looks like my program has crashed, so I might go off for just a bit and try to get it back on. If not, we're hopeful, but try to do that maybe at a break. Let me know, AJ, if I'm still on. Up the middle, handoff. Looked like it went to Kazir. Wait for the cloud of dust to settle. It was Kazir on the rush. Got from the 7-yard. I think I'm back on right now. Sorry, the crash just happened. It was imminent, and Star Valley has scored. Tanner Thompson took a option sweep in for the score from 3 yards out. His first touchdown of the day on his 4th carry. Extra point by Chase Merrill, up and good. 14-0 Star Valley, 4 minutes left in the 1st quarter. Star Valley over Evanston here at K-Fackrell Stadium on senior night on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
Welcome back to K-Fackrell Stadium. Star Valley taking a 14-0 lead, and we apologize for that dead air. I've got to notice that my program had crashed. I hit OK. It went down. I got it back up. Still having issues if you're watching online. If you're on the radio, you don't know this. But if you're watching online on the simulcast, the scoreboard is currently down, and I'm trying to figure out why that is and how I can get it back up. And honestly, there's just not much I can do other than keep hitting the same thing, unplug, replug. You know, have you tried turning it off and turning it on again? And there we go. I tried a third time, and that's the charm. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard brought to you by Justin Dennis back up. And the Red Devils looking for a recovery after the fumble by Angel Rodriguez. He fields the ball near the goal line. Takes it out to the 15-yard line, back to the 20. He cuts in, out to the far sideline, close to the 25-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds. And that's where Evanston will start their drive. The turnover leads to 7 points for Star Valley. And it was a good punt return. You can't take anything away from Rodriguez for his decision to make it. Maybe like he did on the kick return that he opted to. He did a good job, missed a man immediately, cut in and missed another. But it was on the way down, the ball popped out, and Star Valley fell on it. 3:51 left in the first quarter as David Baxter sets up at the 25-yard line for 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. Handoff to Escalante for 2 yards, maybe 3. Fullback dive right up the left side. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Make it the 27 for a gain of 2. Second down and 8 to go. One receiver either side for Evanston. Single back set, a couple of tight ends on the line. Lone back is Cornea. Takes the pitch left side with the right hand, tucks it into the left, and bullies his way forward for a gain of a few. Set up third down and very manageable. Gets out to the 34-yard line for a gain of 7 yards. Third down. They mark him at the 33, so third down and 3 to go. Need to get to the 36. Third carry of the day for Tyus. Set up on the left hash mark. Third down and 3 at the 36. High shotgun snap off, handoff to Cornea. He gets to the 38-yard line, a couple yards beyond the first down marker. And Evanston has moved the chains and will try to drive late in this first quarter, down 2 scores. Send it back to Tyus Cornea for the gain. Puts 4 yards on there. 2 receiver set. Wagstaff on the near side. I formation. Loaded box for Star Valley. Back to Cornea, straight up the middle. He gets his way up to the 45-yard line from the 38. A gain of 7. Through a nice little hole. Credit the Red Devil blocking on that one with a loaded box. They found a little tunnel for Tyus to scoot forward to, and he was quick getting through for a gain of 7. Evanston had 4 turnovers in the first half against Jackson last week, and that really is what broke their back in the end. 1 already. Handoff to Escalante, trying to find the 3 yards needed. He's going to get about 2.5 of them. Third down and 1 to go. Probably a little under a yard officially. Marked as a gain of 2. To the 47-yard line. Need to get to the just shy of the 48. 135 and ticking as Evanston huddles. Cody Smith replaced by Rigdon Wagstaff. Probably signals a run here, and Star Valley shows as much. 2 safeties back deep. 2 receivers set. Everyone else in on the box. Handoff to the middle. Cornea cuts from left to right. Breaks some space at the 50-yard line. 45 and breaking out to the outside line. Gain of about 7 on the play. From 145-yard line, about 147-yard line to the other 45. Pickup of 8 yards for Tyus and a first down for Evanston. They have yet to try to throw the ball this drive. 37 yards on 8 carries for Tyus. Make that 6 carries. 1:05 left. 2 receivers set, loaded up to the right side. 2 back set. Handoff to Cornea up the middle. Stuffed up at the line of scrimmage. Bullies forward for maybe 1 yard. Will Johnson in on the tackle. Also in Trent Clark, the guy at the bottom of the pile. I think he made first contact with Tyus. They give Cornea 1 yard on the carry. Evanston heading toward the north end zone in this first quarter as the sun sets on senior night. Third week of October. Playoffs next week. Star Valley knows they're in. Evanston probably in. A win tonight would guarantee them a spot, or a Green River loss. I formation, and the snap is bobbled by David Baxter. He was slow to get back on it. Star Valley again signaling that the ball is theirs, and Evanston offense walking back to the sideline with their heads down. Star Valley turnover, and that was a play where Baxter had it in his hands. He turned around, and the ball fell to the ground. Talking to Coach Moore right now, just saying, I don't know. I just missed it. 18 seconds left as Star Valley takes over again on the 28-yard line. Second turnover in as many attempted drives by the Devils. Shotgun, snap, Nelson back to throw. Goes deep, looking for Merrill. Smith tries to time it, knocks it out of his hands. And incomplete. No chance for an interception as Smith helps Merrill back up. But a great defensive pass breakup by Cody Smith with the right hand. He just swiped at the ball and knocked it out. Merrill has a few inches on Smith, listed at 6'3". Well timed, and actually Merrill's listed at 6'5". Just a junior. Left hash mark set up. Second down and 10 at the 28-yard line. Make it 48-yard line. Across the 50, and first down on a carry by David Castillo. All the way to the other side of the 40. 12-yard gain by Castillo. Has 2 carries, both of them for 10+, and Riley Griggs down on the far sideline. Middle linebacker and a captain for this Evanston team. Invaluable blocking on offense and really controlling the center of the field. On the defensive side for Evanston. And he is not a guy that goes down easy. Hasn't taken a knee or a play off just about all year long. Had his head down, now up, still on his knees. 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Coaches check on him. We'll take a break and come back. Evanston trailing Star Valley on senior night, 14-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM.
Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need them, they'll be there. Specializing in plumbing, air conditioning repairs, furnace installation and repairs, water heaters, HVAC system installation and maintenance. What's in your ductwork? Landmark Plumbing and Heating. And do your excavation work for septic systems and sewer cleaning. 307-789-8793. You'll find them in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
Good news for Evanston. Riley Griggs getting up shortly after we go to break and walking on the sideline. Not sure we can pinpoint exactly where that injury would be at, but he's walking back and forth, and hopefully for Evanston, you'll see him back in sooner rather than later. Mandatory that he takes at least one play off. See if he comes back out after that. It looks like right now he's trying to get back in, signaling over to Coach Mike Fackrell saying, hey, can I go back in? And they're saying not quite yet. Take a play off. That brings Mason Erickson in at middle linebacker for the play, it appears. Now Erickson's on the line. Gabe Morris playing in Griggs' position. Jesus Quintero at the DN spot as Thompson and Barker in at the tackles. Roll out right side. Brant Nelson back to throw. Has Merrill wide open at the 20-yard line. Completed to the 10, 5, into the end zone or out of bounds. Touchdown, Star Valley. Throw of 40 yards for Brant Nelson to the 6'5" junior Chase Merrill. And Star Valley goes up 3 scores, 20-0 on the first play of the second quarter. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll go to break right after this extra point. Kick is up by Merrill. He got the touchdown. He gets the point after. 21-0, Star Valley.
In business since 1936, Ellingford Brothers started with 3 brothers building bridges across Wyoming. Over the years, the company has expanded into different aspects tied to construction, including ready-mix, steel fabrication, heavy hauling, hotshot services, and crushers. Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. When it comes to all things construction, come to Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
21-0 Star Valley in control tonight here at K. Fackrell Stadium as we welcome you back to Red Devil coverage, part of a First Bank presentation. The girls in volleyball, they're playing right across from us at Red Devil Gymnasium against Rock Springs. And last night, Rock Springs took down Green River in 3 sets, a team that beat Evanston in 3 last Thursday. Next week's regional tournament in Rock Springs starting on Friday. And Evanston needing to place in the top 4 out of 8 in these new quadrants to advance on to state. Interesting tournament coming up next week. Evanston hoping to be in the playoffs next week, either at Torrington or Douglas. And a reverse on the kickoff. Held up pretty well by Star Valley. The ball popped out of the air, and not a third turnover as Micah Cox jumped up and grabbed it on senior night. Just 2 tackles on the year for Micah, but a fumble recovery for his own team avoids temporary disaster for Evanston, which has already squirted the ball down on the ground twice today and given it up. 11:44 on the clock in the second quarter. Ball marked at the 21-yard line. Baxter under center, calls Smith into motion. Handoff to Cornea, 30-yard line. Out to the 35, 40, 45, 50, across. Only James Erickson to beat to the 20, the 10, and one play. Tyus Cornea goes 79 yards for a new career high, as previous from a year ago at 77. And the Red Devils are on the board, 21-6. 79-yard touchdown by Tyus Cornea, the senior back, with his 18th touchdown of the year, and the Red Devils get a little bit of life back. Set up for the extra point, Pablo Escalante. He's missed 4 on the year. In need of the score here to put him down 14. Hold was a little wonky, but Baxter took a bad snap and got it going. And Evanston trails 21-7 after the 79-yard touchdown by Tyus Cornea. We'll take a break, be back in 30. First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on K9 Radio.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Tyus Cornea is the definition of big play potential on the football field. A senior back, he's been making big plays going back to his sophomore year when Evanston took on Campbell County in week 2 of a 0-9 season. There was garbage time, I guess you could say. They put Tyus Cornea in, then just a sophomore, and he rushed for nearly 100 yards in that second half. And ever since then, he's been in the mix. I remember going back to week 3, leading into week 3 of the season, and asking Coach Fackrell, now Tyus is just a sophomore, but with how he ran, is that a guy that you just need to put into the lineup and give him some time over some juniors and seniors? He said, well, Maybe not. We'll wait and see. But just week after week, ever since then, he has just made Fackrell and coach, offensive coordinator Steve Moore, he's made it undeniable that you need to have him in the lineup. And as a senior now rushing for over 1,300 yards and 18 touchdowns. James Erickson, return kickoff after bobbling it, goes back and returns it all the way to the 38-yard line from basically the goal line. We've had 2 touchdowns, one by Star Valley, one by Evanston in a matter of 15 seconds on the clock, that is. And with 11:24 left in the second quarter, it's 21-7. Star Valley leading rival school Evanston here at K. Fackrell Stadium, final week of the season. Last update I saw for Jackson Powell, no competition so far. Jackson jumping out in the first quarter, a 21-0 lead. Jackson already has wrapped up the number 2 spot in the West. Powell will be the number 6 team and well out of the playoffs. Wide receiver reverse to Thompson, goes back a lot, and Rigdon Wagstaff with a big tackle for a loss somewhere in the neighborhood of the 32-yard line for a loss of about 5. They mark him back at the, whoa, no way, all the way to the 27-yard line. A loss of 11 yards. Make it 10 yards. For Tanner Thompson, 2nd down and 20. Rigdon Wagstaff, a junior and first-year starter at linebacker for the Devils. That's his 5th tackle for a loss on the season. Shotgun form, screen pass, completed to Will Johnson. Cuts inside, but Riley Griggs, who jumps right back into the lineup, makes a good wrap-up tackle. Out to the 30-yard line, pick up a 4 yards on Nelson's 2nd completion of the day. Two of 5 by my tally for Brant Nelson. 10:08 and ticking as Star Valley comes back out, 3rd down and 16. Need to get across to about the 47-yard line. Brant back to throw, has Merrill in single coverage against Perriman. The ball is overthrown and out of bounds. That's 6'5" on about 5'7". Chris Perriman, a fine defensive back, but that's the disadvantage a lot of defensive backs find themselves against on big receivers in single coverage. How do I guard this? And in Perriman's case, he was just trying to run Merrill out of real estate, and the throw was out of bounds anyways. So Chase Merrill will go back to punt. Ball at the 30-yard line, 2 men back to return. Angel Rodriguez and Cody Smith set up at about the 35-yard line. Early movement by Rigdon Wagstaff will give Star Valley 5 extra yards. Put them out to the 35-yard line and just give them a little more room for the punt. They're still 12 yards shy of a 1st down. And check that. Wagstaff was drawn off sides by a false start out on the right side of the offensive line for Star Valley. So instead it's back to the 25-yard line. 4th down and 21. Puts the return men up about 5 yards to the 40. High snap, good punt. Fielded at the 45 by Rodriguez. He is brought down right about there. Gets about 2 yards with forward progress into play. 9:45 left in the second quarter. Evanston down by 2 touchdowns, but a 3-and-out following a big play by Tyus Corney on the first play from scrimmage. 79 yards for a touchdown. And Evanston with a little bit of momentum working here on senior night. David Baxter heads back out into the huddle. Lead his team out. Junior quarterback taking over 3 weeks ago when Seth Lloyd was injured late in the second quarter against Cody. I formation. Cornea the deep back. 2 receiver, 1 either side. Hand off to Cornea. He splits out to the right, to the 45, spins around to the 50. Good yardage gain of about 6 yards for Tyus Cornea. I think the play was designed to go a little bit between the right guard and right tackle, but he saw some space and swept out to the right side of Ethan Moyer. And a good spin move and forward progress. He's a north-south runner. Tyus Cornea's got a lot of strength and a lot of speed, and he's got breakaway speed, but he doesn't really go side to side too much without some deliberate movement and planning to go back forward. 2nd down and 4, ball at the 49-yard line. Handoff to Escalante. He'll push his way forward close to the 50-yard line. Should be enough for a 1st down, Evanston. Escalante usually gets a lot of yardage gains based on the fact that after a big run by Cornea, the defense starts to go side to side a little bit, anticipate, and a quick handoff to Pablo a lot of times will catch him off guard. He's had a long of about 38 for a touchdown this year. About 9 minutes left in the second quarter. First down, Evanston at the 45-yard line. I formation, Baxter fakes one handoff, gives it to Riley Griggs, the tight end wingback. He's got good forward motion as well, down to the 40-yard line. Pick up a 5 yards, sets up second down and 5. Evanston has not completed a pass today. They haven't really tried to air it out against the Star Valley defense that has 14 interceptions through 7 games on the season. 8:34 left. Chris Perriman checks out, Rigdon Wagstaff in. That was Griggs' 4th carry of the season. Prior to last week, he had not touched the ball offensively, leading tackler and a senior captain at middle linebacker. Pitch right side. Cornea, not a lot of real estate, but he makes a good spin move out to the 35-yard line. He was going to be stopped for probably a loss by Chase Merrill in that backfield, but some shifty movement by the senior, second in the state running back in yardage and first in touchdowns. Gets forward. Have a flag on the play possibly, though. Might have stepped out of bounds, can't see. Yeah, flag on the play and on the Red Devils. Block in the back will bring that back. Takes it back about 5 yards of the initial line of scrimmage, so second down and 15 at the 50-yard line. Pistol form, 2-back set. Escalante, the fullback, to the right of Baxter. David looking out right side, now center, and nearly intercepted. In on that play and close to the interception. Tanner Roberts, the blitzing linebacker. That would have been interception number 15 of the season for Star Valley. And for Roberts, I think he's got a couple on the year either. No, that would have been his first at INT. Third down and 15. So a drive that was moving methodically down the field, and Evanston with a little bit of momentum, down 14 points. All of a sudden, in need of a big play. Make it 4 receivers, 3 to the left side. Rodriguez and Smith, the men to watch in the slot position. Roll out to the left, thrown across his body. Baxter goes deep to Wagstaff, picked up by Chase Merrill. At the 30-yard line, he gets through to the 44 before he's brought down. And you had to wonder when it would come. Star Valley has gotten at least 1 interception in every game, and interception number 15 of the year comes by the way of Chase Merrill, the guy who picked up the touchdown of a 40-yard variety. Just interception number 2 for Chase. He was not a starting safety coming into the season. It required an injury, and in one game against Sugar Salem, Star Valley lost 3 players to broken collarbones, their starting quarterback and starting running back, in consecutive plays. I formation at the 44-yard line for Brant Nelson. Thompson in motion, handoff to Kazir. He goes right of tackle. Gain of about 4 yards, close to the 50-yard line for RJ. He's closing in on the 800-yard mark in the final day of the regular season, about halfway through this second quarter. Must have had a knee down a little bit early. Ball marked at the 47-yard line. Second down and 7. Handoff to Castillo, and he gets pretty much nowhere. Mark it as a no gain. Third down and 7. Evanston's defense is doing all they can. 2 turnovers, and now 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and most recently the interception. Crippling Evanston like it did last week. 4 turnovers in the first half against Jackson. 4-4 set up on the defensive side as Brant Nelson rolls up to the right side, and then the delayed handoff to R.J. Kazir. He's got an open front. Out to the left side, 40-yard line, 30. Cuts back in at the sideline and then goes back out inside the 20-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds by Cody Smith. And Evanston gives up a big play on third down and 7 from the 47 across the 50 down to the 17-yard line. Gain of 36 on the play for R.J. Kazir. That pushes him over the 100-yard marker on the day. 110, just 7, about 15 shy of where Tyus's mark is on the day. 6:32 left in the second quarter. Shotgun form, Thompson in motion. Nelson hands it off on the sweep right side. Escalante wraps him around and brings him back down. Thompson said he never touched the ground with his knee, but the referees disagree and give him a gain of about 3 or 4 yards maybe less than that. Line of scrimmage was at the 17, and it appears my eyes deceived me. It's a no gain. That's the 6th time they've run the sweep around for Tanner Thompson. It worked for 1 touchdown. The next time it was a negative 10-yard gain, and this time a 0. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 17-yard line. And sweep right side is faked, and R.J. Kazir gets it up the middle. He spins around at the line of scrimmage. Inside the 15, ball marked just ahead of that 15-yard marker. 3rd down and 7 to go. Had a couple of Red Devils on the ground. I think it was Ethan Moyer and Jesus Quintero, but then weren't hurt. They popped back up, ready to go. 3rd down and 7 at the 14-yard line. 5:25 left in the second quarter. 2 receivers either side for a 4-man set. Single back, no tight end. Kazir that single back. Nelson in the shotgun, awaiting the snap. Clark sends it back to Nelson. He runs a quarterback draw. Ton of space. Riley Griggs wraps him up at the 10-yard line. It might be... yeah, it should be just short of a 1st down, but this is probably 4-down territory. 4th down and 2 on the 5-yard quarterback keeper for Brant Nelson. Now, coming into the day, officially, I had Brant Nelson with not a single official carry marked on Weil Preps. Star Valley will go for it, loaded up on the or behind the line. Pitch to Kazir. He's bumbling right through, barely touched. And the big 210-pound junior back right through for a touchdown of 10 yards, his 2nd of the day. And it's 27-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, brought to you by Justin Dennis. Star Valley leading Evanston. 123 yards for R.J. Kazir on 14 carries and 2 touchdowns. Chase Merrill set up for the extra point. Fake it. Run it out to Merrill on the pitch from Nelson. He gets in, no problem. Not sure what it accomplishes, but it does give him an extra point. 29-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board on the 2-point maker. This is the First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Star Valley 29, Evanston 7.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
29-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board for some reason or another, and I don't know if they just wanted to practice it for maybe a big-time situation as Star Valley's heading into the playoffs. Home field advantage wrapped up throughout. But Brant Nelson pitched the ball behind his back. He's the designated holder on the PAT to Chase Merrill, and he ran it in on a sweep right side. 2 yards out, and it's 29-7. R.J. Kazir with his 2nd touchdown of the day. So we had a 7-yarder by R.J. and a 3-yarder by Tanner Thompson in the first quarter. It made it 14-0. Evanston was down 21-0 after a 40-yard touchdown from Brant Nelson down to Chase Merrill. And then Tyus Corney got a 79-yard score. Fielded at the 5-yard line by Cody Smith on the kickoff. He's going to get stuffed up well short of the 10, about the 8-yard line. And that's the 2nd time Evanston on a kickoff return has failed to get it back out to the 10-yard line. 3 turnovers by Evanston. That hasn't helped matters. A fumble by Angel Rodriguez when Evanston had some momentum going. He had a good punt return, but then squirted the ball on the ground. That gave Star Valley the ball right back. And then a fumble by David Baxter on just a missed exchange from the center to David, or as he was falling backwards trying to go into rollback, he lost the ball. And then an interception by Baxter most recently gave Star Valley the ball. Evanston starts off at the 9-yard line under center. Baxter hands off to Cornea. Not a lot of room to go, and He gets a couple. David Castillo and Tanner Thompson in on the tackle. I'll wait to see the spot by the officials, but I'd be shocked if it's more than 2 that give him just a hair beyond the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 8 for Tyus. 10th carry of the day for Cornea, by my estimation, 124 yards. And also by my estimation, I believe his junior year, the season long, he had the season long of the run at 77 yards. That one of 79, that'd be a career high and probably a state long rush of the year. I'll see if I can get back in at halftime maybe and check those stats to give you an official answer. Bad snap. Baxter picks it up, rolls out to the right side, has a man on the sideline. Rigdon Wagstaff at the 20-yard line. Overthrown as it goes out to the Evanston sideline. 3rd down and 8 to go for the Devils. Ball marked at the 11-yard line. 3:49, the clock stopped in the 2nd quarter. Pablo Escalante and Casey Perriman out of the huddle. Angel Rodriguez and Chris Perriman in. See if they line up Rodriguez in the slot position. And they do. 4-man set on the receiver side, 2 either way. Roll back straight away, throw up the middle, and Cody Smith is mightily overthrown. The only guy in the neighborhood was James Erickson. And it would have been turnover number 4 if Erickson was a little bit closer, but it was overthrown him too. 3 and out for Evanston. They don't get beyond the 11-yard line with 3:44 left, and Tyus Cornea not without a whole lot of room to punt that one. He'll be booting it from the back of his own end zone. James Erickson back to return the punt, along with Tanner Thompson. Cornea about 6 yards back in his own end zone as he receives it. He had a big punt last week in Jackson. This one goes out to the 50-yard line. Fair caught at the 49. Star Valley will take over. Heading toward the north end zone with 3:37 left. Three-man front for Evanston. Defensively, Brendan Thompson in the center of it all. Quintero and Barker, and actually a 4-man front. Barker and Thompson the interior, and Erickson the left end. 4-4 set for Evanston as there's 10 men on the line for Star Valley. Handoff fake, roll out right side. Barker had a hand on Nelson. He gets away from it, throws it away deep. No, caught at the sideline at the 24-yard line by Merrill. No one to beat as he just runs straight into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the day. And Star Valley on one play goes 40, make it 51 yards for the score. 2 catches for Chase Merrill on the day for a total of 91 yards and 2 scores. He also has a 2-point conversion and an interception. No question he's in the running for play of the game and player of the game. Also kicking extra points. He's kind of a do-it-all man today. 35-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Kick is up and good. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 36-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston trailing Star Valley.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Welcome back to K. Fackrell Stadium. The girls playing across from us at Red Devil Gymnasium against Rock Springs, and just took set number 1, 25-16. Rock Springs knocked off Green River in 3 sets last night, and last week Evanston lost in 3 sets to Green River. So as we get into the final week of the season, tomorrow we'll be in Jackson to close it out, and regionals next week in Rock Springs. In the middle, you got to finish top 4 out of 8. It's getting pretty confusing, and it could be a great regional tournament. If Evanston is in the playoffs, we will be at that game on Friday in football, and then back to cover regional volleyball. should the moment provide itself. Rigdon Wagstaff returns the kickoff to the 35-yard line, gains about 10 yards on the kick. 3:18 left in the first half. Evanston down by 29 points, 36-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. And a deal going on at Rocky Mountain Yeti for a few more days till the end of October. If you buy a new vehicle from Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston, you will only pay the factory invoice price, plus you get all the rebates, a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty, $1,000 toward any gun that you want from the gun room as well. Go to Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston, get a gun, factory invoice pricing, as well as the rebates and that great 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Only at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston through the end of October. First play from scrimmage for Evanston, whistle dead. Await the call if it's offense or defense, and false start signaled. Back them up 5 yards to the 30. First down and 15, and a team down and out right now gets a little bit more thrown in their way as far as adversity goes. Rigdon Wagstaff bringing the play in, replacing Casey Perriman, the 6-foot junior receiver. Also strong safety for the Devils. Single back, pistol form. 4 receivers, 2 either side. Delayed handoff to Cornea. To the 35-yard line. Crosses his way and breaks a tackle at the 40. 45-yard line, cuts back in, stays in bounds, past the 50 to the 45, finally pushed out of bounds. Great run by Tyus, 19 yards to the 50, and then another 4 tacked on. Gain of 23, make it 25 on the play, all the way down to the 44-yard line. Second gain of 20-plus for Cornea today. 149 yards on 11 carries. All that, unfortunately, for Evanston has translated to just 1 touchdown, though. Clock stopped at 3:07 with the run out of bounds. Huddled up to the far hash mark at the 44-yard line, first down and 10. I-back formation, and again the play whistled dead at the snap. Evanston started the drive with a false start, and it appears this is number 2. Puts them back to the 49-yard line, so first down and 15 for a second straight play. Riley Griggs, the tight end, in for Wagstaff. Also a chance Griggs could be a wing back, as the Evanston offense has added a new wrinkle with, ever since Seth Lloyd went down, had to get a little bit more creative with the ways to gain yards. It's a straightaway run to Cornea to the 40-yard line. He picks up 10 yards to make it second down and 5, and that was just straight up the gut. And he was 10 yards down the field before we could even see it. From the 49 to the 35. Second down and about 5. Second set, Evanston loses 27-25 to Rock Springs. I formation, Cornea, handoff, up the middle, breaks through a tackle on a delay. Out 15 yards forward, being brought down from behind on the horse collar. No sign of a flag, but Brendan Thompson, who came into the game injured, so much so that he was pulled out of his spot at center, is down at the center of the field at the 35-yard line. Had some rib issues, and they may have flared up here. Was playing right guard today. Jesus Quintero in at the center spot, and Erica Roscoe at left guard. Play stopped for the injury. Ball marked on the first down at the 26-yard line. Gain of 14 for Cornea. Thompson being helped up, and it looks like it maybe a turned ankle or something. He's paying a lot of mind to that left leg as he's helped off the field. First down and 10 as soon as Thompson comes off, and I think that may put Micah Cox in at right guard in place of Thompson. Cox is senior, and he's the guy that jumped on that fumble that would have been the 3rd turnover for the day on Evanston. on the kickoff return, and yes, it is Micah. Senior, but not the biggest guy in the world. I think listed at about 150 pounds. Listed at 5'8", 150. Handoff up the middle. Went to Pablo Escalante, gains 3 yards on the carry. Down to the 23-yard line. 23 yards by Pablo on 5 carries. Wagstaff out and Perriman in, that being older brother Chris, into the huddle at wide receiver. Two receiver set. Riley Griggs, the tight end on the right side, set up in a wingback position. Pitch right side to Corney at the 23-yard line. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Stiff arms Erickson. Pushed out of bounds close to the 20-yard line. That would set up about 3rd and 5 to go. Markham right at the 20. Third down and 4. Timeout taken by Evanston. We'll take one as well. Be back in 30 seconds. This is a First Bank presentation of Evanston football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
(36-7) on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Star Valley, the road team, leading Evanston here at K-Fackrell Stadium. 1:33 left in the first half, and Evanston at the 21-yard line. 3rd down and 5. Driving and trying to get another one in before halftime. I-back formation. Baxter, hands off left side, gets a good lead block from Escalante, but not a lot of room to run. Tries to get to the sideline and stops short of the first down yardage after a gain of maybe 3 yards to the 18-yard line. Have to wait and see for the spot there. It's 4th down and probably got to go for it position. Cornea went out of bounds a little bit sooner than the 18, marked at the 19-yard line. 4th down and 3 to go. $129 yards for Tyus. He's being bested on the other side of the ball by R.J. Kazir with 2 touchdowns. Cornea with 1. 4th down and 3 to go. I formation. Handoff fake to Riley Griggs. Completed at the 10-yard line. 1st down Evanston. Riley Griggs with his first reception of the year. 14-yard completion. That's the first of the day for Evanston. And Griggs was a converted fullback as a junior. They needed a good blocker on either side of the tackles. And he came in last week after just being a blocker. They said, well, we're going to use you a little bit as a wingback. All 3 of his carries were 10-plus yards. He got 1 carry today so far. That went for 5 yards. And in this situation, they run a route for him on a little delayed screen. They fake it to the halfback, get Griggs out, 14 yards in front. He hauls it in. And it's 1st down Evanston, ball at the 9-yard line. Yeah, a little shy of the 9, between that and the 10. Markers are taken away. It's 1st and goal for Evanston, in timeout at the moment. Evanston will receive to start the second half. Offensive coordinator Steve Moore taking his time. And the officials will come out and give a warning, say, hey, get back out onto the field. Evanston breaks the huddle. Chris Perriman, the receiver on the right side. Cody Smith on the left. Griggs, the tight end, right side. Pistol form. Cornea behind Baxter. Snaps perfect. Straightaway run to Cornea. He gets a couple of yards, close to the 5-yard line, maybe to the 6. 2nd down and goal. Ball marked at the 7-yard line. No huddle. Right side pitch to Cornea. Gets a block. Scoots forward. Extends the ball into the end zone. Touchdown Evanston. No. I think that was a little premature. It's just shy. The cannon went off, but the ball was down at the goal line. So 3rd and goal. And the student section's already singing the school song, not realizing it's 3rd and goal. Cornea the lone back. Quintero the center, ready to snap it to Baxter. Play whistle dead. Timeout Star Valley. And 3rd and goal when we come back. 37 seconds left in the second quarter. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on K9 Radio and online at mylocalradio.com.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Evanston in timeout, breaking the huddle. Star Valley called that one. 3rd and goal. Right at about the goal line. 4 or 5 inches out. I-back formation. Escalante, the lead blocker for Cornea. The handoff straight up the middle. Tyus avoids the low cut and walks in for the touchdown. 36-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Cornea with the 1-yard gain. Puts him at 138 on the day, second touchdown. And Escalante set for the extra point. Nearly had 12 men on the field for the Devils. Holds down, kicks up, and right of the uprights, it's good. 36-14. Evanston gets one back, trail by 22. That's 3 scores. 2 extra points and a 2-point conversion. Of course, you could go 2 2-point conversions. You go 3 2-point conversions, then you're up on top. 34 seconds left in the first half. Evanston will have the kick return in the 3rd quarter. Keep an eye out for the Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game. Final of the regular season for Evanston. At halftime, we'll give you updates around the state. Keep in mind, Evanston just needs a Cody victory against Green River to qualify for the playoffs. Jackson, last time we checked in, had a big lead over Powell from 0-8 a year ago to the number 2 team from the west side. Great turnaround by Jackson, led by their junior tailback, Jaden Cox, leading the state in rushing yards. And look at this in the second quarter. Green River up 13-6 over Cody. Cody, last year's state champions, they could potentially miss the playoffs if they lose that game to Green River. One of those 3 teams will. It comes down to if Green River wins over Cody and Evanston loses to Star Valley. It comes down to a 3-way coin toss. Odd man out, heads or tails, out of the playoffs. Escalante set up at the 40-yard line to kick it away. Star Valley's had quick strike ability all throughout the day, so you cannot lose track of the Braves when they come back out offensively. It was a squib kick, fielded at the 36-yard line and returned out to the 41. A flag by the man in the white hat marked at the 40-yard line. Await the call here if it's a face mask or maybe a block in the back. Usually when they get that marker just right, that signals an offensive hold or a block in the back. And it will go against Star Valley. Back them up 15 from the spot of the foul down to the 25-yard line. Helps out Evanston a bit. Puts Star Valley 70 yards from pay dirt. And went 10 yards back from the spot of the foul. Evanston playing in a back 'em up prevent defense. Nelson takes the snap, goes out right side, completed to Tanner Thompson at the 38-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. Second down and 1, marked at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap, and Escalante overshoots the sack. Nelson gets out of it, rolls out to the right side, and throws the ball away. Escalante was headhunting for Nelson that time and just whiffed. Had him, and then Nelson just shuck right out of it. 17 seconds left, third down and 1. Nelson with 105 yards on the day, 2 touchdowns, both to Chase Merrill. Three men bunched up to the near side. One receiver out to the far. That's Merrill, and that's the man to watch. Star Valley offensive line down and set. There's the hut. Handoff to Kazir, and Escalante brings him down at the line of scrimmage. Evanston will call a timeout with 11 seconds left. And that may be actually Star Valley timeout either way. 11 ticks left, 36-14 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. We're all caught up on ads, so we'll keep it right here. You get 2 scores in if you're Evanston. You get some good defensive stops. What's absolutely crippled you is the same thing that got you last week. It's turnovers. Last week it was 3 interceptions in the first half and 1 fumble. This week it's an interception and 2 fumbles. The Red Devils actually outscored Jackson by a touchdown last week and had an opportunity at the 24-yard line to punch one in. It was a good wheel route out to Tyus Corney, and David Baxter outthrew him by a hair and a half. This one a little bit farther away, though, down 22 points. Going to need one heck of a second half, and if you're watching the scoreboards around the state, you're also going to need a little bit of help from from Cody, or Green River, I suppose, if you want to cheer against a team. Prevent defense for Evanston, 4th down and 1, and early movement at the line. Play whistle dead, and I think that's a neutral zone infraction. Mason Erickson signaling it was on Star Valley. Referees will conference at midfield. And encroachment called, move them up 5 yards. First down, still 11 seconds left is all, but move it out to the 44-yard line. Where's the Merrill watch at? He's had 2 catches for 2 long touchdowns. And he's set up as a 2-point stance tight end. Run it to Merrill on the out route, catches it, breaks through 1 tackle at the 45-yard line across for a gain of about 10, maybe 8 or 9. Star Valley takes its final timeout and can take a shot down to the end zone, 45 yards away. We will take a break now, be back in 30 seconds. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken chain, or a ring that's just too small? Or are you interested in redesigning your ring altogether? Jeff at Seavers Jewelers can repair or create almost all jewelry at extremely competitive prices. Jewelry is supposed to be worn. Bring it to Seavers Jewelers today for a free cleaning and any repairs it might need. Say yes to wearing your jewelry. Say it with Seavers. Seavers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
100 yards exactly for the 6'5" junior receiver Chase Merrill of Star Valley on 3 receptions, 2 touchdowns to go along with that. And the most recent one sets up 2nd down and 1, but more importantly, Star Valley 46 yards out from the end zone. And Nelson's got a decent arm. He's the backup quarterback coming into the year, and maybe even as low as a third-string quarterback, just a sophomore. Pistol form, pitch out, right side faked, completed to Merrill again at the 36-yard line, but tackled right there, and the first half ends. Star Valley in charge, 36-14 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Halftime stats and standout student up in halftime as we come back next on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online with the video stream at mylocalradio.com.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you ought to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Some Butterfinger didn't bother to look, and your car goes crunch. Now it looks like the outside of a salted nut roll. People snicker as you drive down the road. Stop the laughter. Let the 3 Musketeers at T-Bar S Body Shop come to your rescue and fix your car. When you drive off, you'll feel like you're skipping across the Milky Way again. You'll think of Matt Rex as the big hunk who came to your rescue. Dents removed, glass chips repaired, and windshields replaced. T-Bar S Body Shop and Glass Repair on County Road, across from the cemetery in Evanston. Sweet.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns. With a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel, we have what you need. Ask about our 90-day layaway program. And remember, success on the range and in the field starts at the Gun Room. Call today, 307-789-2677.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
(36-14) at the half as we welcome you back to K. Fackrell Stadium. Marching band coming out momentarily. The Classics just performing on their senior night. They'll get another one in the basketball season. At the half, let's run you through the scores and the stats as I have them, and I'm not perfect today. I'll just say that. A 7-yard touchdown by R.J. Kazir started things off with 9:08 left in the first quarter. That was a first drive that went 80 yards down the field on 7 plays to make it 7-0. Tanner Thompson took the second touchdown in from 3 yards out to make it 14-0 with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. David Baxter fumbled and gave it back to Star Valley, which then scored with 11:51 left in the second quarter on a 40-yard touchdown pass from Brant Nelson to Chase Merrill. That was his first of 2 so far. His second touchdown came from 51 yards back, and that made it 36-7. Evanston got on the board just a couple of plays after Merrill's first touchdown on a 79-yard run by Tyus Cornea to make it 21-7. R.J. Kazir got his second touchdown to make it 29-7 on 10 yards out with 4:41 left. 35 seconds left in the second quarter was our most recent score, and it was Tyus Cornea from a yard out on 3rd down and goal. 36-14 the score at the half. Brant Nelson with 114 yards on 5 completions, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a 5-yard run to cap it all off. R.J. Kazir on 15 carries, 123 yards. Tanner Thompson has 6 carries for 11 yards and a touchdown. Chase Merrill, 3 catches for 100 yards even and a pair of touchdowns. And David Castillo, 2 carries for 26 yards. On the Evanston side, I have just 1 completion for David Baxter, and it was to Riley Griggs on 4th down inside the goal line that actually led to that touchdown for Evanston. It went for 14 yards. Riley Griggs also has 1 carry for 5 yards. Tyus Cornea, 18 carries, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a season and career high of 79 from the line of scrimmage all the way down to the end zone from the 21 for the score. 1 carry for Angel Rodriguez was a no gain. Pablo Escalante, 5 carries for 23 yards, and those are the stats that I have up to this point in the first half. Let's take a look now at scores from around the state. You got to be scoreboard watching around, as a Green River win over Cody would result, if Evanston loses this game, they're currently down 22, in a 3-way tie and a coin toss for 2 spots. The third one is out of the playoffs between Cody, Green River, and Evanston. Evanston beat Green River. Cody beat Evanston. And if Green River would beat Cody, then that would create that 3-way tie. Most recent updates, Green River is up by 1 point over Cody. Cody has scored, but missed the extra point, missed both extra points, 13-12 in the 3rd quarter. Torrington Rollins just getting kicked off in the last 20 minutes. No score update on that as of yet. Jackson leading Powell in the 3rd, 28-6, and Lander leading Warland. That game will decide the 3rd and 4th seed in the East, 7-2. Douglas and Riverton just kicking off as well. No score in on that one. We will come back with our standout student of the weekend. It's Weston Wiley, who was the individual regional champion for cross country and is competing in state tomorrow, along with the boys team that is the favorite to win Evanston's first ever cross country championship. But they got to take care of business first, and there's some great teams ahead. So we'll hear from Weston Wiley when we return on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
36-14 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, and a most recent update from inside Red Devil Gymnasium. Evanston has lost the 3rd set to fall down 2-1 to Rock Springs. It's final in the 3rd set, 25-19. Let's now hear from Weston Wiley and let you know that Sheridan is the location tomorrow for the 4A Cross Country Championships, both boys and girls. The girls for Evanston finished 2nd in regionals. The boys ran away with a first-place victory and will look to take a state championship tomorrow.
Joined by Weston Wiley, member of the cross-country team and regional champion. I got to ask you, coming into that regional meet, how many cross-country meets had you won prior to that this year?
I think about 2 or 3.
And there was a lot of Evanston winners on the boys' side this time. It wrangled between a few of you, didn't it?
Yeah. Me and Dawson Crofts have both been kind of up there. He was kind of sick this last meet, but hopefully for state he'll be back kicking and will be just up with me once again.
What was that meet like? You knew the course, you knew the teams for the most part, but I would imagine it's probably a little bit different when you go into regionals.
It was, yeah. There were certainly nerves that I was dealing with, but at the same time I felt confident in my abilities, and I had done the training, and I had trust in my team, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I was just going out there to compete and to race, and it was all about place, so I didn't have to worry about getting my best time or anything like that.
You ended up with a 10-second gap over the second-place runner. In a meet, what's that translate to what you're seeing, a 10-second gap when you're ahead? Do you notice someone's behind you, or you cannot really tell?
Well, I was super scared he was going to catch me. That's all I know. Usually, one thing that we really focus on is closing the gap and finishing in the chute. So we always focus on having a strong finish. So I was kind of neck and neck with him the whole time, and in the last, I think it was 300-meter mark, I kind of pulled away, and that fear kind of just kept me driving.
It's a pretty flat course overall, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's one little hill right at the end, yeah.
And you got a downhill stretch right towards the end. What is like the last 100, 200 meters like of that? Is it flat? Is it downhill? Where are we at?
It's got a slight uphill kind of towards the finish, but nothing to worry you, I guess.
What was the wind like?
The wind was fierce. One thing that we did to kind of counteract that, to go against that, was we focused a lot on drafting with the other teams. So I kind of stuck with the first place guy for the most of the time and just followed off his shoulder. So then I think he was kind of worn out, but by the end I could beat him and get out in the clear.
Was that the same guy that ended up finishing second?
Yeah.
Had you faced Natrona County yet this season?
No, I think that was our first time.
You'd faced Laramie. You'd faced a ton of Utah guys, obviously. Green River, Rock Springs, you'd seen them. But the Casper schools, did you know what to expect out of them coming in just off scouting, or were they kind of surprises?
Well, they've always been good. Last year, we would base our kind of information off of them, and we would check the results for their meets, of course, but we wouldn't know what courses they were running or what difficulty they were. So, I mean, we were on the lookout for them, but we kind of mostly based off the returning runners from the last year.
What's the week of state practice like?
High intensity, but reducing our mileage, so we're tapering quite a bit. So we're still kind of trying to keep our physicality up and doing some sprints and stuff, but we're also cutting back a lot and we're saving up our legs.
What are you mentioned to me before we were on air, you're looking at the University of Wyoming, maybe the engineering program, looking at the honors college there, but you haven't quite made a decision yet. What are you waiting on?
Kind of just the right feeling, I guess. I mean, there's plenty of options, and I'm not sure that's exactly where I want to go, but I think it's certainly an option I can go towards. And
are you getting pressure from family to go to UW?
A little bit, nothing much, but I think as long as if I was to go there, I'd certainly keep up with the tradition.
Where else have you looked at?
I've looked at BYU, the University of Utah, SVU, and Boise State, Idaho State, some of those around, and the Daniels Fund colleges as well.
Star Valley University, what's SVU?
That's Southern Virginia University.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one. How did that get on your radar?
Some of the Clarissa Barton went there. That's kind of just, I've heard her experiences from there. It seems like a pretty decent place.
Is that for soccer that she went there?
Yeah, she's playing soccer there.
You're not looking at that, are you? You're most sort of focused on engineering?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not totally sure which direction I want to go occupation-wise, but I think my strengths kind of play towards the engineering side, so I think I'll take that route.
What are you doing for your senior project?
Right now, I'm going to job shadow 3 different people. I've job shadowed my uncle, who works at Solvay Engineering in Green River, and so he's a civil engineer. So that's kind of where I got my first inkling that engineering might be the correct path for me. But I'm also going to look at an optometrist in town and a financial advisor.
So your project is kind of playing the field of different occupations that maybe can lead you towards something that you like?
Exactly, yeah, that was the goal.
That's a new take on it. Where'd you get that idea from?
I figured the senior project was to help us kind of get which direction we wanted to go in our lives, and I figured, well, I might as well use this time to do something that'll help me decide, so I decided to test as many kind of different directions as I could.
All right, Weston Wiley, good luck this week at state cross country, already a regional champ, but the big thing is getting your team that championship, isn't it?
That's right, yeah, that's always been our focus.
Would that be the first Evanston cross country championship at state?
That will be, yeah, as far as I know.
You've had regional champs before, but never at that state level. It's been that long burn. What are we at? Getting close to 40, 50 years across country in Evanston?
I don't even know. I know it's been about 8 years since Ryan Berger and Nate Conrad took over, but...
Yeah, I know. I just remember when my first year, they had the whatever years it's been, but it's been a long time for Evanston cross country. Go get it done this week.
Well, thank you very much.
Good luck to cross country tomorrow as they will be in Sheridan trying to bring home that title. See if we can get any more updates across the state. And football, specifically in 3A. That's what is important, and most specifically, the Green River Cody game. Green River leading as of last update 13-12. Also in volleyball, Evanston down to Rock Springs 2-1. That happening over in Red Devil Gymnasium. And same score on Green River Cody. Still 13-12. No updates anywhere else. So we'll take a break, come back in a couple of minutes, get set for the second half. This is the First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Receive the best service in the industry when you lease or purchase office equipment from the professional, friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions. With a guaranteed quick turnaround time, we will save you money, time, and energy with quality products and customer service that is unmatched in the industry. Serving customers in Wyoming and Utah, Mountain West Business Solutions is a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925. Call us today.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Education in Wyoming has been a long-held tradition. The communities that make up Uinta County School District number 1 are committed to those traditions. Student learning, teacher and staff development, extracurricular activities for students to choose from, quality facilities that are clean and comfortable, and a transportation department that always goes above and beyond are just some of the ways we work as a community to help students succeed. Uinta County School District number 1, Pathway to Excellence. The Lumberyard in Evanston, Wyoming is your local IFA dealer. The Lumberyard has tons of animal feed lines and accessories to help with your farm and ranch. Since 1923, IFA has worked to manufacture and distribute the highest quality products to the agricultural community. The Lumberyard has partnered with IFA to develop product lines based on customer need. We won't sell you something that doesn't make you successful. Visit us online or at the Lumberyard today, your local IFA dealer, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talk to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry, just let T-Bar fix your car.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up, the rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
Uintah County School District Number 1 has been committed to excellence since its beginning in 1870. This commitment is not only reflected in student education, but in our school buildings and facilities over the years. The staff at Uintah County School District Number 1 works hard to provide clean, comfortable, and safe learning environments for student learning. No matter what department you're working with, at Uintah County School District Number 1, you will always find us striving for the pathway to excellence.
Evanston is just about ready to come out and field the opening kick of the second half. Down 36-14 to Star Valley, which has already wrapped up the number 1 seed in the West Side and home field advantage throughout the playoffs, but showing no signs of letting up. Didn't know if they'd come out, maybe not show all their guys or kind of play a quarter and then keep everyone healthy. Hasn't been the case for Star Valley. Not at all. They're running their horses, and they're getting ready for the playoffs. Evanston with 3 turnovers in the first half. That's certainly not help matters for them. Cody Smith and Angel Rodriguez will field the kick. Provided it's a deep one. They're the deep men back. Needing some help from Green River and Cody. And in the third quarter, Green River leading Cody 13-12. Deep kick by Chase Merrill. He's been the player of the game so far today. Fielded at the 5 by Rodriguez. Carrying it like a loaf of bread out to the 23. Brought down right there and make it to the 24-yard line. Evanston will start its drive. Well, 3 turnovers in the first half today, 4 turnovers in the first half last week. Turnover differential in the first and second halves the last couple of weeks, 7-0. It's, of course, the first play of the second half, so who knows, but they certainly shored things up in the second half last week. First play pitch out to Tyus Corney to the 35-yard line from the 24. Should be enough for a first down. Gain of 11 yards and move the chains. Cornea making a comeback from a 64-yard day last week. 149 yards on 19 carries. Up to this point, 2 touchdowns to go along with that. First down and 10, ball at the 35-yard line. Hand off to Cornea up the middle. He gets leg tackled for a gain of about 1 yard. Right at the line of scrimmage. Waiting to see who pops up on that tackle. And that was Parker Merritt, defensive lineman for Star Valley, making the stop. Griggs out. So looks like it'll be a couple-man, 3-receiver set at least. I-back formation and his 3 receivers. Wagstaff, Perriman, and the slot man on the near side. Cody Smith sent into motion. Evanston in the red helmets, blue jerseys. Cornea takes the handoff out to the 40-yard line and gets 5 more yards, close to the 45, and near another first down. Marked at the 44-yard line, 3rd down and 1. Set up under center, David Baxter. Pitches right side to Cornea. Gets the first down yardage to the 50-yard line and brought down at the 49. Gain of 7 on the play. First down Evanston and just across the 50-yard line. $165 yards on 21 carries. Already 2 more than Tyus got last week. The Devils just didn't have a ton of plays to run, and they did try to air it out more. Play action to Griggs. He skies up and grabs it at the 40-yard line. Nice catch by Riley Griggs. It was a little over his head, but he went down and made the catch and fell forward at the 38-yard line for a gain of 11 and another first down for Evanston. So both completions today by David Baxter, he does have 1 pick, have come by way of a Riley Griggs catch. 25 yards through the air. Chris Perriman and Casey on opposite ends. Smith, the slot man, in motion. Halfback handoff. Gain forward of about 1 yard, it looks like. The line of scrimmage was at the 38, down to the 36. Give Cornea 2. .9:13 left in quarter number 3. I-back formation, 2nd down and 8. Handoff to Tyus, fake, roll out right side, throw to the sideline, completed to Chris Perriman at the 27-yard line. Gain of 9. Should be right at that line for another first down. 5th completion of the year to Perriman. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage set at the 27-yard line, I believe. Yes, just beyond. I formation, Baxter with the cadence. Fullback handoff at the 20-yard line. Lowers his head and lowers the pad shelf level down to the 15-yard line. 9-yard gain and first down. Make it a 10-yard gain for the Devils. And it looks like Evanston lost in 4 sets. The final set, 25-16. Rock Springs takes down the Devils in 4 sets. They host regionals next Friday. Fullback handoff again to the 10-yard line and inside to the 8. Escalante exploding off the line of scrimmage after receiving the handoff. Pickup of 7 yards, 2nd down and 3. Evanston taking this drive straight down the field. 2 completions, the rest have been runs. Perriman out of the huddle. That being Casey Perriman. Chris Perriman in at the right side receiver. Griggs a wing back. I-back formation, plus the wing on the right side. Handoff to the fullback, Escalante, down to the 4-yard line. Should be a first down. Wait for the signal from the referee, and there it is. 1st and goal down to the 4-yard line. Cornea the deep back, fullback Escalante. Pitch left side. Cut in by Tyus and then out to the far sideline. He races for the pylon and gets there. Touchdown Evanston, 36-20 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. The Devils are within 2 scores. Cornea went zigzagging there. He pretty much made a figure Z on that run. It was inside on the pitch and then way outside. Finally getting back inside to the end far pylon. And 3rd touchdown of the day for Tyus, 20th of the year. Escalante on the extra point. It's good. 15-point deficit still, but the Devils score on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. 21 for them to 36 for Star Valley. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
(36-21) on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Star Valley leading Evanston as the Red Devils come to boot it deep. A 4-yard touchdown by Tyus Cornea, his 3rd of the day and 20th of the season to lead the state in touchdown runs. Escalante at the 40-yard line to send it long. Erickson and Thompson in a modified onside kick. Tough field and just caught at the 27-yard line, heading out of bounds by Chase Merrill. Interesting decision by Merrill. Not that it was the wrong one, just an interesting one for him to make on the fly. As you think that kick was headed out of bounds, that would give him better field position. But at the same time, if it hangs in the air and doesn't go out of bounds, then it's Evanston's ball to take. So in the end, you still get decent field position, marked at the 29-yard line. Probably a good decision made on the fly. Brant Nelson under center. Pitch right side to Kazir. He cuts up through the middle. Cody Smith can't tackle him at the 45-yard line. He's still running all the way out to the 48. 19-yard run, nothing special by R.J. Kazir. He just goes right up the gut and does what he needs to do. 142 yards by R.J. Pair of touchdowns as well. He's not leading the state in rushing. He's at about 850 yards at this point in the season, but a very special back as a junior. He gets the second handoff and moves 5 yards forward. (147 yards for RJ. Ball marked at the 50-yard line. Second down and 7 to go. 8-man box for Evanston. Handoff to Castillo, right side to the 45, down to the 40-yard line. And the fullback with his 3rd carry of the day. He's moving it right along, but a flag in the backfield. Well, actually not in the backfield, but about the 47. Holding on Star Valley. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul at the 47. Moving back to about the 42. Ball marked back to the 49 is what it says. That can't be right. It's 47, but that's not 10 yards. That's a 6-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Okay, there it is. It goes farther back. I was misreading that. 44-yard line. There we go. That's right. Shotgun formation for Brant Nelson. 3 receivers bunched up left side. 6:40 left in this 3rd quarter. Handoff to Castillo, and he runs right up the middle, past the 50 and bullying his way forward down to the 48. Riley Griggs, the tackler, leading tackler on the season for Evanston, and very well may end this game with 100 tackles on the season. Came in with 80 and well on his way. 3rd down and 6 to go. 34 yards for Castillo on 3 carries. Pistol formation for Brant Nelson. 3 receivers, man in the slot over to the right side. Nelson rolls out right, runs a screen. Sky up and just above and out of the reach of the 6'5" Chase Merrill. He was up at the 10-foot rim level when that ball just sailed over his hands. 5:58 left, 4th down and 6, right near the 50-yard line, 2 yards past. And 4th down and 7 with a 16-point lead for Star Valley. You probably think punted here. I'm not sure if I said 16 points. A 15-point lead for Star Valley, 36-21. High snap right into the hands of Chase Merrill. He skies it, and a fair catch called for and made by Angel Rodriguez at the 24-yard line. And fair catch interference thrown in late from the far sideline official against Tanner Thompson will move Evanston forward. Spot foul listed at the 24. Wait for a mark on the ball, and maybe they pick that flag up. The official still discussing with Star Valley. Toward the left hash mark at about the 30-yard line. Man in the white hat says fair catch interference. Star Valley not pleased with the call. And that should move Evanston 10 yards forward, I believe, maybe 15 actually, on the personal foul. From the 25 to the 40-yard line, a 15-yard personal foul on fair catch interference. And Evanston needing it. Most recent check has Green River leading Cody. And that score standing into the 3rd quarter as of the most recent update on wyopreps.com. Kevin Coyle going around the state, keeping us updated. Appreciate him joining me earlier on this station earlier in the week. In the Red Devil Rundown. Catch that every Wednesday, 10:30 to 11 at the AM. I'm not on that late at night, unless there's a basketball game going on in an early season tournament. 5:58 left in the 3rd quarter. Evanston getting a defensive stop, getting a touchdown, down by 2 still. That being scores, not points. Sweep around to Angel Rodriguez. Breaks 1 tackle to the 40. At the 45-yard line, Will Johnson finally bringing him down as he sweeps it around to the near side. Evanston moving from left to right on the dial. Gain of 6 when it's all said and done. He gained about 25 yards from east-west before he went north-south. And there may be a penalty on this play, as there often is on a sweep around that takes that long to develop, and it's against Evanston. Spot of the foul marked at the 41-yard line. Block in the back. We'll move it back quite a ways. The spot of the foul just a yard beyond the initial line of scrimmage. Back to the 31-yard line. 2nd down and 19. Our 1st down and 19, rather. Pistol formation. Cornea standing behind Baxter. 2 receivers either side, bunched up on the right. Screen pass to Cody Smith. High up and caught at the line of scrimmage. He stumbles as Tanner Thompson nearly came away with an interception there. Gain of just a couple. At the 32-yard line. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 18 to go. 3rd completion, make it 4th completion of the day to our Fort David Baxter. 16th completion to Cody Smith. Leads all Red Devils in receptions. Pistol form again. Baxter has the snap go behind him. He just has to drop on it and eat it down at the 22-yard line. Big loss for the Red Devils of 11 yards. 3rd down and 29 upcoming. A drive killer if there ever was one. Wagstaff and Rodriguez both in to the huddle. Casey Perriman out. Got to get all your playmakers in for Evanston on this 3rd and a mile. You got Wagstaff, Smith, and Rodriguez all on the left side. Chris Perriman on the right side. Roll out to the left. Baxter sets to throw, completes to Rodriguez at the 30-yard line. Out to the 36-yard line. That's a good gain, but still short of the initial line of scrimmage. 11-yard pickup on the completion to Angel. 4th down and still a mile to go, about 12 or 13. That was Rodriguez's first completion of the day. On the year, I think that's 8. And it's his 8th completion, 128 yards. Cornea set to punt at about the 22-yard line. Gets away and fair caught at the 25-yard line by James Erickson. 36-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 3:30 left in the 3rd quarter. Star Valley with the lead and taking back over. And let's give you the most recent update. Anything yet? Anything yet? Same score. Green River leading Cody 13-12. A Green River win and an Evanston loss would mean a 3-way coin toss between Cody, Evanston, and Green River for the playoffs. That game's been held stagnant in the while in updates, sticking at that 3rd quarter. Or maybe that 3rd quarter just seems like it's dragging on here at K-Fackrell Stadium. The volleyball team losing in 4 sets to Rock Springs. David Castillo taking the opening handoff on this drive for 6 yards. Castillo, a consistent runner so far today for Star Valley, 40 yards on 4 carries. Would have had about 15 more than that if not for a block in the back play last drive. Man in motion is Thompson. Handoff goes to Kazir up the middle. Ton of room. Uses his lead blockers well out to the 40. Gets another block in out to the 45-yard line and hold up a stick. That is actually Castillo on the handoff. Gain of 15. Make it 14 for Castillo. 54 yards on 5 carries. 1st and 10. Mark him at the 42-yard line, so not quite as far as it looked like initially. First and 10 nonetheless at the 42-yard line. Castillo takes the handoff, 45-yard line, 50. All the way down to the 32-yard line. That was across the 50 down to the 32, but it looks like it's coming back on a flag all the way back at the 35. Mark it back from the 35-yard line to the 37. First down and 15. Two-back set. Castillo, the halfback, and they may be saying enough of R.J. Kazir for the day. They got the #1 seed regardless, and Castillo's been lining up in the halfback position all series long. Gains 2 on the carry. See if I can get a read on who that fullback is as Castillo gets another handoff. Back to the initial line of scrimmage and a yard pass. Gain of 7 for Castillo. New fullback is Nate Matthews, 6 foot, 180-pound junior. Third down and 8 to go. Third and 8, Castillo stays at the tailback, and Star Valley seeming content to run this clock right down. Down to 1:17 left in the third. Fakes the sweep around. Castillo, a ton of space out on the right side. Toe tackling is not going to work against that guy. Chris Perriman gets drug, and then about 4 yards more, David Castillo from the 44 down across the 50 to the 45, 9-yard pickup. $74 yards, Castillo. Doing pretty well. Handoff to Castillo again at the 45, 40, 35, running right up the gut. Rigdon Wagstaff drug another 5 yards down to the 30. Castillo just running right through everyone. 15-yard pickup. Up to 89 yards on 9 carries. First down and 10. See if Castillo gets it. He does on a pitch right. Takes it at the 30-yard line, down to the 25-20, far sideline, 15, down to the 10, inside the 10, near the 5-yard line. Another 15 yards pushed out of bounds will stop the clock at 32 seconds left. Is that marked at the 9-yard line? Down at the 8-yard line. 22-yard gain for Castillo. Takes a pitch right at the 8-yard line. Stuffed up for about a no gain. Looked like Wagstaff on the tackle. And give him a yard. 112 yards, most of that coming on this drive, and the quarter is over. Fourth quarter coming up next. Star Valley at the 7-yard line. When we come back on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Through 3 quarters, Star Valley leads Evanston 36-21.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
When you hear Lazy Boy, Serta, and Ashley, what do you think of? Probably recliners, counting sheep, and furniture. Well, now you need to add Kazine's Furniture to that thought. What about GE and Simmons Beauty Rest? Don't forget to add Kazine's Furniture to that thought. Whenever you think of top-of-the-line brand-name furniture, think Kazine's Furniture. From the front room to the bedroom, the kitchen to the office, Kazine's has the furniture you're looking for. Kazine's Furniture on Front Street in Evanston. Ask about 6 months, no interest, OAC. New owners, new inventory, Kazine's Furniture.
36-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston trailing Star Valley, and the Braves 7 yards out of the end zone to extend the lead back to 3 touchdowns. And we've been watching the scoreboard in Green River all game long and waiting for another update, seeing if there's anything still in the third quarter listed, and still Green River 13, Cody 12. Handoff to Castillo. He's stopped for a loss by Jesus Quintero, and at the goal line, you got to have a bend but don't break mentality. Quintero swarming in on that tackle and bringing up a loss of 1 yard for our Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game. Jesus Quintero in for the Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game. Won 2 tickets to Aspen Cinemas. Pick them up on Monday at Dr. McKay Franklin's office. And thank you to Dr. Franklin for providing the Precision Play of the Game and sponsorship for Red Devil Athletics all season long. Handoff right side to Castillo. Riley Griggs stops him on 3rd and goal. Gain about 2 yards down to the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards. 3rd down and goal. Star Valley probably isn't going to try to kick it here. Their field goal kicker, Chase Merrill, is 3 for 6 on the year with a long of 32, so he's certainly got the leg. But clock is the most, and taking time off the clock is the biggest beneficiary Star Valley Braves can do for themselves right now. They take a timeout. And we will be back in 30 seconds. 36-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Throughout life, we celebrate the important milestones with jewelry, like graduation with a class ring, a watch for Father's Day, wedding sets for the bride and groom, a strand of pearls for your sweet 16, mother's rings to celebrate family. Commemorate these milestones working side by side with your personal jeweler at Sievers Jewelers. When you want to say, I want this moment to last forever, say it with Sievers. Sievers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Just sent a message in to the man with the eye around the state as Star Valley will on 4th and goal try for a field goal. Merrill, whoa, shanks it left. That looks like I tried that one. 3 for 7 on the year. Merrill certainly got a better leg than that. He's hit one from 32 this season, but misses there, and Evanston takes over on downs. 10:42 left. Like I said, just sent a message in to the man with the eye around the state, Kevin Coyle, asking, is Green River Cody still at 13-12? No updates on that one. I'm sure he would have it on Wild Preps, but sometimes I can get updates from him a little bit quicker on this end. And there we go. Said he's having some trouble getting into the radio feed. So we've gone radio silent in a game that is a deciding factor perhaps on whether or not Evanston is in to the playoffs. First play fumbled away on the handoff. Or on the snap, rather. Missed and given back to Star Valley. Turnover number 4 of the day for Evanston. Gives the ball to Star Valley at the 19-yard line. Man, that explains a lot as why it's been sitting in the third quarter for so long if the radio feeds are having some issues. I'm not sure if I can get in. Maybe over an ad break I can get something. Not sure if I have a number for either one of those guys to call in. See what may be happening. I know I got an email, but I don't know if that's going to help me out right now. Castillo, the tailback. Roll out right side. Brandt set to throw. Now he tucks at the 20-yard line. Makes a juke move at the 15, spins around, pushed out of bounds by Bridger Barker. 10:25 left in the fourth quarter. Second down and 3 to go. 7-yard run by Brandt. Castillo, the tailback again. Brandt under center. Thompson into motion. Fake the sweep. Give it to Castillo, opposite side. Inside the 10-yard line, close to the 5. First down and goal upcoming. Ball marked at the 8-yard line. Gain of 4. ...118 yards on the day for Castillo. On the year, I think that is about half of his total. Pitch left side, and no, Brandt's keeping himself. Now gives it away to Castillo. He breaks through one tackle, short of the pylon, pushed out of bounds about the 2-yard line. Yeah, on the year came in with 219 yards on 44 attempts. Added about 50% to that total today. Ball marked, I think, the 2-yard line. They say it's down to the 1. Two-back set again. Castillo takes it straight away, rushes his way forward for a touchdown. 9:18 left, and Star Valley scores again. Adds 6 to make it 42-21. Evanston being doubled up. 1-yard TD for Castillo. That's just his second touchdown of the season. That's just the second score also of this second half. A 4-yard touchdown run by Tyus Corney was the lone score of the third. 19-yard drive by Star Valley after the fumble, the 4th turnover of the day for Evanston. Extra point good, 43-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. 43-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. First Bank presentation of Red Devil football.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Hello, Miss Susan Siamese Cat.
Dr. Dog, I'm here because my perfectly shiny fur has lost its shimmer, and I don't have the energy I did as a kitten.
Miss Susan Siamese Cat, I recommend that you start taking the Feline Daily Multi-Chews from PetMinerals.com immediately. Your good health isn't a yarn ball to play with.
Dr. Dog, you always make me feel better.
Log on to PetMinerals.com today and get your feline supplements ordered today.
Kickoff for Star Valley to Evanston, fielded at the 5-yard line, reverse faked. Angel Rodriguez at the 15-yard line, brought down at about the 13. Well, this is my last chance to try and get an update here. I'm going to text Tony Beardsley, the AD of Green River, and see if he can get back to me on this score. I tried both radio feeds over the break, and I can't get either to work either. And that game is going to decide whether we're at tiebreaker or whether Evanston is into the playoffs. 43-21 here with 9:11 left in the fourth quarter. Evanston trailing Star Valley. Handoff left side. Riley Griggs takes it to the 15. Forward at the 20. Still on his feet at about the 21-yard line. Chase Merrill in on the tackle along with Tanner Thompson and Will Johnson. 8-yard gain for Riley Griggs. Shotgun snap, empty backfield. Baxter back to throw. Deep to Cody Smith at the 50-yard line, right through his hands, single coverage. Tanner Thompson helped break that play up. Would have been a big gain for a first down and across the 50-yard line. Sets up third down. And 2 to go. $15-yard penalty on the defense will give Evanston a first down. Missed what that was. Didn't hear the call. Not sure if did you hear it. Yeah, 15-yard penalty, personal foul one way or another. Maybe it was roughing the passer. Moves forward to the 37-yard line. First and 10 at the 37. Cornea takes it on the sweep right side, has to cut back in, and not sure even made it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. No gain, 2nd down and 10. Griggs out, Cody Smith in. Down under 8 minutes to play. Pitch right side, reverse to Smith. He's got some real estate on the near sideline, takes it 40, 45, 50 to the 49-yard line. Gain of 14 yards on the play. 2nd carry of the year for Cody Smith. First one went for 32, this one for 14, that last week against Jackson. First down, pistol formation, lone back is Cornea. 4 receivers, 2 either side. Handoff delayed. Star Valley was ready for that one. They read that right out of the gates. Gain of 1 or maybe 2 for Cornea. Give him 2 yards on the play. 173 yards. Teams have been conditioned to watch for that 4-man sellout delay handoff. High throw through the hands of the Evanston receiver and nearly into Logan Hoops' hands. It would have been interception number 16 of the year for Star Valley. Instead, it also went through Hoops' hands. Griggs and Escalante both into the huddle. Casey Perriman out to the sidelines. I formation, 3rd down and 8. Fake handoff, play action out to the right side, back to Griggs. Don't know why they haven't been thrown to him all year. He's perfect on pulling him in today to the 34-yard line. 13-yard gain. It's been a safety net for David Baxter. 59 yards and an interception today for David Baxter. 3 of those receptions have gone to Riley Griggs. Down to the 34-yard line. I-back formation. Cut back, Angel Rodriguez into the 41 for a gain of 3. No updates out of Green River. Cody. Set up on the right hash mark at the 31-yard line. Rodriguez is the tailback, Escalante fullback. Play action, left side rollout. Baxter winds up into the hands and out of Pablo Escalante. He was running across the field. It was a tough catch and just dropped it. 3rd down and 7 to go. 6:17 left in the 4th. .6:17 left. If anyone out there can go out and find an update on Cody Green River, we need to know what's happening in that game. And I can't get a radio feed to work, and I've got sound settings that are going to prevent that. Nearly picked off into the hands of Thompson. He started running with it, and then he dropped it. I don't know if AJ back in the studio, if you can load up on your phone, go to Wild Preps, and then go to football under sports, fall sports. Football, the scoreboard is the top link, and it should have 2 listen lives, either Green River or Cody. I didn't see any option for Cody, but I saw one for Green River. I couldn't get it to load, but if you could maybe tune into that one and see where we're at, that game is going to determine what this game here means. 6:11 left, and it's 4th down and 7 for Evanston, and no doubter go for it here. Timeout taken by Evanston. We'll take one as well. Be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
43-21, 6:11 left here. Dustin Matthews currently trying to get something to load in either one of those radio feeds. So good luck to you, as we've been having trouble all around getting anything to load. 4th and 7, knocked out and incomplete. That's a turnover on downs. Near interception on that play. That was Tanner Roberts. Turns the ball over, and Star Valley can maybe run this clock out the way they've been moving. Take over at the 31-yard line. Still no word what's happening between Green River and Cody. The most recent update was 13-12, Green River up by 1. Castillo stays the tailback. Haven't seen much of RJ Kazir all second half. He takes it straight up the middle for 9 yards. Flag in about halfway through that at about the 37-yard line, and also one at the 34. Wait for a call. Against Evanston. Face mask on a personal foul. 15 yards added onto that gain of 9. That'll move him across the 50. 135 yards for Castillo. Clock stopped at 6 minutes. We'll resume to run on the whistle. Ball at the 42-yard line across the 50. Star Valley going from left to right. Handoff Castillo, 40-yard line, 35-yard line to the 34. Brought down by Cody Smith and Escalante. 9-yard pickup. Second down and 1. 5:23 left. Clock ticking. Right side handoff, or left side rather, down to the 26. First down and 10 on the carry. High formation, Castillo at tailback, 4:52 and ticking. Handoff right side, back to Castillo at the 25-yard line, down to about the 23. Toe tackled by Rigdon Wagstaff. Three-yard pickup. .4:12 left. Handoff left side on a pitch. Castillo, a lot of running room up the left sideline, down to the first down yard marker. A little bit beyond, close to the 15. Sounds like Green River is trailing, and on fourth down, 47 seconds left, Cody leading. 4 minutes and ticking. About 160 on the carries for Castillo. He's over 20, and it's easily a season high for him. 21 in all. I formation, first down and 10, ball at the 14-yard line. Fullback handoff, and that's Will Johnson, I think. It is Johnson. Gets 4 yards. Will Johnson in at fullback. Third fullback we've seen today. Castillo was the original fullback, put back to running back. Saw Johnson for one play take carry. Now Nate Matthews back in at the fullback position. Left side, Castillo takes a handoff, goes through one tackle, and close to the first down yard marker. About the 5, maybe a little bit short, maybe a little bit beyond. Third down and 1. Gain of 3. Final, Cody has beaten Green River 24-20. So we will be in Torrington next week as the 4th seed taking on number 1 Torrington. Evanston has officially made it in to the playoffs. Thank you to Dustin Matthews for getting up on that one. Cody 24, Green River 20. 2:53 left. Ball marked at the 6-yard line, 3rd and 1. Run right side, Castillo driving for the goal line, stopped a yard shy, but a 5-yard gain and first down and goal upcoming.
Castillo with the carry, brought down by Escamante. First and goal for the Braves.
2:39 left, 1st and goal. His scoreboard says it's at the 2, and that might be the case. Yes, it is, right at the extra point marker. Timeout taken by Star Valley. We'll take one as well. 2:19 left in the game's 1st and goal when we come back. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar-S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar-S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talk to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry. Just let T-Bar fix your car.
First down and goal from the 2-yard line for Star Valley. David Castillo's been the tailback most of this second half. He's piled up about 168 yards unofficially. RJ Kazira at 147 in the first half. Add to that 114 passing yards, and Star Valley has had their way today. Will Johnson takes the handoff at fullback. Stopped shy of the goal line. Mason Erickson on the tackle. Looks like he lost a yard. Yeah, no, he gave him a yard. Down to the 1-yard line. Run up the right side. Looks like he's in. Signaled in. And touchdown Star Valley. I think that was Castillo on the run in at the tailback. No, Johnson. Thank you for the loud man on the announcer. 5 yards for Johnson and a TD. Altogether on 3 carries, 150 left. Score is 49-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Waiting for the extra point. Merrill is through the uprights. 50-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770. The Steel Fabrication Shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals, the public is always welcome, and contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment, and customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment, including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515.
50-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, and Cody has defeated Green River. Again, check the final on that, 24-20. So Evanston is in the playoffs, but they'll be limping in on back-to-back losses, first to Jackson, then to Star Valley. Boot for the Braves. And Rodriguez will field this at about the 1-yard line. Try to get back to the 20, and he will. 25, close to the 30, maybe to the 35, depending on where he went out of bounds. 1:43 left. Final plays for Evanston on the regular season. They will head in to take on Torrington next week. That'll be in Torrington. About 6 hours and 15 minutes from here by my Google Maps estimation. I formation. Escalante takes a handoff. Ball squirts out in front. Star Valley jumps on it. Give it right back to the Braves. 5 turnovers on the day. 137, 1 play and a fumble. No, I think they actually, nope, Evanston did fall back on it. That was the 5th fumble today. 3 of them have been gone for losses. 2 of them Evanston fell back on. .122 and ticking as Evanston takes over for 2nd down and 8 at the 34-yard line. Pitch left to Angel Rodriguez. He's been seeing a lot of those halfback snaps in this second half as the game's gotten out of hand. Wanting to keep Tyus Cornea healthy, I would imagine. I don't see him on the sideline. Okay, he's back in. Okay. Been splitting them a little bit. 49 seconds left, 3rd down and 3. That was a 5-yard gain by Cornea, or by Rodriguez. Down to 40 seconds left. This could be the last play. Handoff to Escalante. Dives forward for a healthy gain out to the 49-yard line. 11 yards for Pablo. 57 yards by Escalante on 10 carries. Give him a couple short of that. They mark him at the 47. 9-yard gain. Clock stopped at 33 seconds. We'll resume running on the whistle. 9 in the box. Handoff right side, and I think, is that a keeper? Out right side to the 30-yard line. It was Pablo. It was the direct snap to Escalante, and it was designed to look like it was a missed snap over the head. 23-yard gain by Pablo. Clock running with 20 seconds left. Ball at the 30-yard line. Evanston will lose this one tonight, but they are in the playoffs as Cody defeats Green River barely. Handoff to Tyus Cornea for 4 yards, and that's the regular season. Evanston falls 50-21 on this final night at K. Fackrell Stadium to the Star Valley Braves. We will take a break and come back on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
There is no job too small or too big. You'll find what you need at the Lumberyard in Evanston. We carry over 25,000 products under one roof. If we don't have it, we can order everything you need to finish every project, large or small. The Lumberyard also delivers. Make sure you always check the Lumberyard first. Excellent prices, great customer service, and quality products. Now you can even shop online at thelumberyard.com. The Lumberyard, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
We're here to help strengthen our community. Yes, that's right. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we take pride in belonging to our community. We encourage people of every race, gender, and belief to come together and give their all towards the betterment of our community. It's about people helping people. When you join our credit union, you also join a movement. At Trona Valley, we are thankful for our members, member NCUA, trust NCUA, a credit union system that is safe, sound, and secure.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Superior Rental is Evanston's only full-service rental equipment store. We have what you need to get the job done. Backhoes, trenchers, excavators, air compressors, jackhammers, concrete tools, hammer drills, aerators, tillers, power rakes, forklifts, log splitters, tables and chairs, popcorn, snow cone, and cotton candy machines. Alright, you get the picture. You don't have to own when you can rent from Superior Rental, 371 Prospector Drive in Evanston.
Welcome back post-game at K. Fackrell Stadium as the Red Devils fall to Star Valley 50-21. The final on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. Let's run you through the recap of this game now with your Red Devil recap. October 19th, final day of the regular season in 3A football and across the state of Wyoming. Evanston loses 50-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. R.J. Kazir started things off with a 7-yard touchdown on a 7-play, 80-yard drive for Star Valley. Turnover for Evanston on an Angel Rodriguez fumble led to a 3-yard pitch right to Tanner Thompson to make it 14-0. Evanston fumbled on a David Baxter muff snap. Gave it to Star Valley with 18 seconds left in the first quarter. They scored on a 40-yard touchdown to Chase Merrill from Brant Nelson, and with 11:51 left in the second to make it 21-0. Evanston got its first touchdown on a 79-yard touchdown run by Tyus Corney with 11:32 left, just 19 seconds after that 40-yard pass to Merrill. 4:41 left, and R.J. Kazir gets touchdown number 2 to make it 29-7, followed by a 51-yard reception touchdown, his second of the day for Chase Merrill, who finished with 3 catches, 100 yards, and those 2 scores. That was 36-7. After that, Evanston pulled to within 3 touchdowns, 36-14 at the half on a 1-yard score by Tyus Cornea. Cornea scored his 20th touchdown of the season in the third, and that was the last time Evanston would score on the day to make it 36-21. In the fourth quarter, it was all Star Valley with a couple of scores to make it 42 and then 50-21 the final. Will Johnson, a 1-yard touchdown run, and David Castillo with a 1-yard score as well. That's your Red Devil recap. We will be in Jackson, Wyoming tomorrow to close out the volleyball season. Evanston versus the Jackson Bronx. Evanston losing in 4 sets to Rock Springs here at Red Devil Gymnasium on senior night. Regionals in Rock Springs next week. Evanston, I believe, will be the 3rd seed, but I should check on that, see if we get any updates on volleyball. While I look those up, I should mention, if you've been listening, you know this, but there was a radio feed problem and all that going on with Cody and Green River, and that was the game that we needed to watch tonight to know the fate of the Evanston playoff situation. Cody did narrowly defeat Green River 24-20. So with that win by Cody is in the playoffs as the 3rd seed. Evanston is in the playoffs as the 4th seed. This is the first Evanston playoff bid since 2015 when they went in as a number 8 seed to the eventual state champion Sheridan Bronx. The season after that was 0-9 in 2016, and last year a 500-4-4 year ended up a game out of the playoffs as Warland ended up the 4th seed out of the 3A West. Warland has moved over to the 3A East this year, and Evanston finishes 5-3 on the season, 2-3 in conference play, and will be the 4th seed taking on Torrington next week. Let's see what we got, if we have anything, any updates from Friday night in volleyball, and it doesn't look like we do. Maybe that game was yesterday I was looking for. No? I thought maybe it's tomorrow that Star Valley and Green River are playing. Maybe I had that day wrong. Yeah, Star Valley and Green River at 2 p.m. tomorrow, so that game will, if Green River can win that game, then they're certainly the number 2. If not, then Evanston and Green River go into a virtual tie. They're both head-to-head, but I think if it comes down to set count as the secondary tiebreaker, Green River would hold that advantage. That will close us out here at K-Fackrell Stadium for the regular season. We will be back next week, Friday. Kickoff time to be determined in Torrington for a 1-4. The Evanston Red Devils do make it to the playoffs, their first bid since 2015. And we will be there to bring it to you on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Until then, I'm Jake Hibbert. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next Friday.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Red Devil Football. This has been a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. Check out mylocalradio.com for more live and archived games from Evanston and the surrounding area. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in.